I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. Oh my gosh, I did the same thing. I did the same thing. I'm embarrassed. I'm so. I don't want to hear myself talking. Come on. I don't want to hear myself talking. Let's not play that game today. Happiness. ATFers, thank you for taking the time out of your day. Thank you for ignoring those loved ones and those responsibilities and those obligations and those deadlines and those chores and those errands, all that stuff that you're supposed to be doing right now. I thank you greatly for putting it aside, for saying, Charlie, I got different things on my mind right now. I got things to do. I got things to put my attention on. I don't got time for that right now. After the stream, I'm going to tend to those things. Is it tend to those things or attend to those things? I feel like I've heard it both ways, and I'm not sure which one is accurate. But let me tell you this. You're going to have the time after the stream to both tend and attend to those things. You could attend those things so that you could tend to them. You see what I mean? You could do both of them. So I appreciate your time. I know it's precious. And it means a lot to me. We're all making sacrifices today, right? I'm sitting in here in this 100-degree dojo with no ventilation. We're making sacrifices today. That's okay. I'm glistening. I'm burning calories right now, just sitting down. And I love it. This is feeling bright, dude. It's making me hotter. It's too hot. Can we turn it down a little? Just a little. Not all the way. I need to stop touching the table. Here we go. Don't you know? Hey, I'm listening to The World is a Ghetto right now by War. It's the alternate take. I've never heard the alternate take before, but it popped up right now on Pandora. And I love it. El Tronado coming in here doing his thing. What's up, man? Dude, it's getting stuffy in here, bro. It's getting stuffy. Oh my gosh. Legendary Gnome. Yes. I think I've been getting a little bit sick lately. I don't know. I was telling Marilena about that the other day. I've been having a little trouble getting out of bed. You know how it's always the worst at night? The worst at night and in the morning when you're sick? I have a rough time at night, and in the morning it's like, heck no, dude. Heck no, I'm glued to this bed. I just feel sluggish and like something's attacking me, What's up, FMG Inferno? 7th Plague. You was first, bro. Let's give you the music. Orale, 7th Plague. Heck yeah. Please, I told you stop calling. I refuse to pay my debts before the start of War 3. For real, man. Those people are going to be having a hard time. It's like, you think I'm worried about that? You think I'm worried about getting all caught up right now? I got other things. Well, I'm not even worried about that either. But I could use it as an excuse. I needed something I could listen to while I lay down with this migraine. Oh, no. I'm unhappy that you're dealing with a migraine and that you're going through that right now, but I'm happy that we could be here for you in this time of need. Tend to and attend to, they're used interchangeably. Oh, okay. I like it. It's kind of like a British English thing where they spell like color, like with the U. I get it. What's up, talking about? That's what I'm talking about. Lord Racer. Scooping up some of that Santa Fe sauce. You know what's the dumb thing, El Tronado? I have one. I just need to find it. Yeah, Jane's here. It makes me happy that Jane's here early. It makes me happy that Jane's here early. You know, sometimes we're here for like an hour or two, just wondering if she'll show up fashionably late. And it feels good to know, you know, early on. We've only been live for like an hour so far, Jane. So I'm glad that you made it this early. Why Pandora and not Spotify? Don't you have to pay for Spotify? I don't know. I don't got it like that, bro. Spotify, Apple Music. Shh. I'm about to bust out my boombox. Alternate take of life right now. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know, dude. Sometimes I feel like it's a good thing to get away. The shadow people. Love away. Dude. Max Bluestein says that he's rocking the 10 of Beanie's cap right now. And if you're wondering what the heck is this code language, what is he talking about? He's talking about this this merch right here. See this cap right here that's coming up before your eyes? In 3, 2, in 3, 2, in 3, 2. Wait, did I not put it on here? In 3, 2, wait, what? In 3, 2, wait, hold up. Where's it at? In 3, 2, oh, maybe I didn't put it on this little montage. So you see how there's the cap coming up with the Mexican Martial Arts logo right here? I have one with the 10 of Beanie's card. See the 10 of Beanie's card right there on the other merch? I don't know why I didn't put it on there. That's crazy. Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. Thank you for doing it. Thank you for supporting. The merch is kind of really saving the day right now, man. The merch is really coming through because the YouTube game, the views and whatnot, you know, it's not what I wish it would be, you know. So I really appreciate that. Oh, heck yeah, Max Bluestein. 5 minutes, then you're on that Canada time. It'd be cool if we could hype a live stream while it's live. That's weird. It doesn't, I don't know why. Because I know that YouTube really likes to push shorts and live streams, even though it ain't pushing mine. But it doesn't make any sense to me that they wouldn't let you hype a live stream. Because I know they love live streams. My mug ship GM should be here in a couple of days. Yes. And you know what? I am getting merch happy. And, you know, no pressure. Somebody will get it. It doesn't have to be you guys. Somebody will get it. I discovered something recently that I think that's gonna help me in some of the ideas that I've had. So I'm excited. Thank you, Tronado. Do you have snapbacks? You know what was crazy to me? I had I'm pretty sure it's a snapback, right? I have one, and some dude a while back was like hating it. He's like, dude, I hate those. You need to get one that has like he was saying like they call it like a dad hat. He says you need to get those ones that don't have the snaps in the back. And I'm like, who likes those? Like, it's all about the snapbacks, bro. It like gives you full control, like the size of your dome and stuff, you know? So I don't understand it. Yeah, so this is what you're talking about, right? I guess I never, hold up. Yeah, adjustable plastic snap closure for a secure fit. I don't understand who doesn't like snapbacks. I don't get it. That's like saying, hey, I want some jeans with no zipper and no button. It's like, what? you're gonna have to like adjust your whole lifestyle and diet specifically to fit into these particular jeans, bro. Like there's no room for error. I think that's crazy. So here's what Max Bluestein just got right here. Dang, I like it, man. It looks clean. I'm gonna be honest. I was a little sad. It seemed like I thought it was gonna be a bigger deal, you know, the 10-year merch with the 10 beanies, and I thought it was a good concept. I was very proud of it. But whatever, we're getting there slowly but surely. I am very, very, very humbled and thankful for the people that have placed orders. I mean, putting your hard-earned money where your support is, you know. I don't even know if that phrase makes sense, but I really appreciate it, man. The last couple months have been some doo-doo plessy, bro, and this is really helping me. This is really helping me continue to take some chances and figure things out and do what I do, you know. There you go, dude. Snap, snap, snap it like it's hot. Snap it like it's hot. It's just for you, bro. Made for your pleasure. Yeah, I don't understand dudes that are anti-snapback. I don't get it, man. We pay for Spotify, but it's the best. See, I guess I have to pick and choose, you know, because what I do pay for, dude, what I do pay for is YouTube Premium. I have to pay for that. I have that new channel with Moss from the MMA holes, and every once in a while when I'm logged onto that channel and I'm clicking around and I'm running into ads. I'm like, dude, how do people live like this? Oh my gosh. Like the amount of time that I spend on YouTube because of what I do, dude, I'd be watching ads again. I'd be watching commercials again. Like if it was Saturday morning cartoons, you know, like if I was a little kid again. I can't even, I mean, I get it. I feel like I could deal with that better than like some Zillennials or whatever, because I knew what it was like, you know. But on YouTube, chale, YouTube's different. If it's TV, I could kind of understand it. Oh shoot. I could understand that. But on YouTube, nah. That's, at least for me, that's work, man. I'd be losing so much time on there. But for like Spotify, for like for leisurely things, it's like I can't even bring myself to do it, man. I don't know. Maybe someday when I'm rolling, you know, when people get some of these snapbacks, maybe I'll get like Spotify or Apple Music. No, I probably won't. I know somebody the other day that was like hyping up Apple Music to me, and they're like, "Dude, what are you doing, Unc? Why you on Pandora? It's all about Apple Music." And they were telling me like how you could pick any song you want, and how you could play it a bunch of times, and you could make a playlist, and you could. And I was like, "Oh, like YouTube?" I was like, you know, bro, you know, anytime I think of a song, you know, I just type it into YouTube. I could do the same thing on there. I mean, I get there's probably other things that I don't like. Every once in a while, someone will show me their iPhone and they're like, "Did you see the new update? I could make everything black and white, and I could make the how do you even the apps? I could make the apps all look like the same." And I'm like, dude, you are a loser. You're a nerd, bro. You have nothing else going on that you're infatuated with changing the color and style and format of your apps. I wish I could live that life, bro. But yes, I'd love to be able to afford Spotify. It's snowing where I am, so I could use a few extra beanies. I gotta make some different prints for you. Oh, I have some things. I got some wheels turning in the beanie right now. Legendary Gnome, and some of them are based off of ideas that you guys have given me. And some of them are things, I don't want to give away too much right now because I kind of want it to be a nice treat when it comes out. But I'm definitely thinking of some new things as well. I actually, look, I know it sounds kind of gross, but I really need to start thinking of this. Like, I remember when I was selling cars, I kept telling myself, if I ever get the opportunity to go back and do YouTube ever again, if I ever, and I was, it was the worst, man. I was so bummed out, and I was just like, if I can ever go back, if I ever get there again, I just kept telling myself, I'm going to treat it like a job. I'm going to treat it like a business. I'm going to take everything that I learned from the grind of being in that industry and how crazy it is being in something like that, being in sales. I'm going to take the things I learned and I'm going to apply it to this, not in a gross, slimy way, but like the discipline, the ethic. And I was thinking I might need to set like a half day aside or even a day a week to really, really brainstorm and focus on stuff like that, like the merch, to make things that people will think are super cool. Like, I got to think about it. And again, I know, believe me, I know this sounds gross. I wish I could just wake up every morning and go to like the set, whatever the set is, and just be funny and just do whatever the storyline is that day, do the funnies, do the ha-has. That would be a dream, right? That would be amazing. I'm not there right now. So what I have to think of it like, and a lot of people do this with like their channels and stuff. They think of it like, hey, forget that I even have content. Let's just treat it like if I was just doing like a clothing line. Like, what kind of stuff would people even want to wear? What would they think is funny? What would they think is entertaining? What would they get a kick out of owning? What would they like that is in some kind of relation to the community and inside jokes and stuff like? So I need to start taking that really serious. I keep having the same conversation with myself, with Marilena, that like, hey, stupid. Hey, don't keep doing the same thing over and over with no changes and expect different results. So I need to do things like that to give myself a shot. Heck yeah, Beto. I don't understand other people, dude. 15-ounce mug so I could pour my 40-ounce in a few servings. Yeah, I got the 15-ounce. Did you get that one? You were telling me the other day, right? You were telling me about, I think that was you. Somebody was saying like, hey, thank you for the 15-ounce. Because it gave me the opportunity to make a couple sizes. And I was like, heck yeah, why wouldn't I? I mean, some people get thirsty, You don't like snapbacks, Tronado? Yeah, same here, Beto. I'm a sweater, bro. Especially in the dojo right here. Yeah, non-snapback caps. I had a dude that was like beefing with me in the comments, which was weird. I didn't ask him because then that starts to seem kind of confrontational. But I was like, is this dude drunk or something?
Are you intoxicated?
Like, he was getting like unreasonably aggressive and confrontational in the comments, and he was like, dude, this is stupid. If you would have put this kind of hat, then maybe I would have got it, but never. These hats are stupid and I would never support. I was like, dude. But he was just going on and on about his disgust for snapbacks, and it has to be like, closed in the back. And I'm like, what? Where are you from, bro? I've never seen anybody championing for a non-snapback. Maybe he hates 8 Mile. Conor pulls out of whatever fight he gets booked, and I was skeptical that he was sober up for the White House. He most certainly ain't sobering up for the team. How come you don't think so, Unadapted? Remember, he went to Mexico and he became a new man? Give me some motivation, guys. I've been unmotivated today to move around. Ooh. You know what just came to my beanie, Jessica? This is what would motivate me. I just thought of this right now. Like, what would push me? And you could adjust this to fit you and what motivates you particularly. However, but in the most generic way I could put it, I would say, oh, I got it. If you're unmotivated today and you're feeling a certain way today for whatever reason, think about it like this. I'm gonna get up and do something today and put something to effect, put something into motion. I'm gonna do something today, even though I don't feel like it, so that tomorrow don't feel like today. I'm gonna do something right now so that my tomorrow is different, right? Because if you don't, then tomorrow might be the same. You might stay stagnant, you know? And that's me speaking to myself right now. But hopefully that could do something for you. I don't like snapbacks because my head is big and I always have to go to one of the last. Hey, so do I, bro. So do I. But here's what I don't understand about people that don't like snapbacks. If you got a big dome and you put on a snapback, it's just like there's no give. It's just like, nope, this is it. The snapback lets you, it's like having a bout, like a built-in bout. Aren't the other ones worse? I have to use the actual YouTube app very sparingly nowadays, GM. What does that mean? Are you like trying to get away from YouTube? Are you trying to stay off of being on the internet too much? Or are you one of those people that watches like YouTube videos on like a Safari browser? No way, bro. Yeah, when there's chores, Jessica, like, man, I know when I let things get a little bit cluttered, it's too easy. Like, it does something to my mindset. When I get up and look around and things are cluttered, it makes me feel like that's like, oh, this is my habitat. You know, I'm a loser. You know, I'm a bum. It makes me feel. I notice it affects my movement. You know, if I wake up in a cluttered environment, I'm like, oh, this is who I am, and I just kind of move lazy. I feel like a sloth. But when I get up and clean, I look around, it's like, dang, this looks like the environment of a productive person who's got stuff together, who's on top of things. And I feel like it affects it almost feels like the room is conquered. You know, it's like, whoa, nothing left to do here. I guess I got to go be productive now. And for me, that means, you know, coming in, trying to figure out something on the channel or something content-wise. I don't know what that means for you. Maybe you get to go do one of your hobbies, have some fun. That George Lopez dome. A t-shirt for the Chihuahuas. Ooh, I was thinking about making, they have merch that you could put on like little babies. like little, I don't even know, like onesies, but dang it. I mean, I guess you could try to fit it on a dog. I think Teespring, the old site that I used to have, that was like not sending people merch and never even paying me either. I think they used to have dog stuff. They had some good stuff, but man, they started to get real sketchy. Yeah, I've seen that. You're right, Jane. I've seen that, but I just that feels extra gross to me. But maybe that's the way you got to do it. There's another problem on Adapted. For whatever reason, the website I'm currently using, even though I really like their quality, they don't do rash guards. That was a huge bummer for me. But maybe I could get another website just for that, which is annoying, but I guess it's possible. What people don't understand, all comedians tell inside jokes or jokes inside, if you will. They're the best. That 15-ouncer, heck yeah. Oh, you do like snapbacks? Okay, good. I was second thinking everything about you, Tronado. What's up, David? Heck yeah, dude. Are you back home yet? Are you still out there exploring the world? Heck yeah, Jane Caulfield got the mug last time. Makes the chocolate milk taste better. Dang, I haven't had chocolate milk in years. I think I'm due. Maybe I need to get one of my own mugs. Break it in. Dang, they gotta make a. I would think, Melancholy, they would have to make so many different sizes for. What do you even call that kind of hat? Do you have to call it like the non-snapback? What's that called? I've heard people call it a dad hat. Is that the legal term for it? But I feel like in order to be the equivalent of a snapback, they'd have to make like what, 10 different sizes of the hat? A cluttered environment is a visual representation of your mind. That's what I feel like, yeah. Make some. I was literally thinking about that earlier, dude, when I was brainstorming. Because it's just such a staple in the community, you know? Make some nunchucks and I'll buy 2 pairs because Michelangelo. It's a fitted hat. That sounds... I don't know, man. I guess. I don't really like fitteds. I feel like even like this shirt right here, I feel like it's fitted. Like it feels a little too. I think I need to get a bigger one. I put it on today because my quantity over quality one was dirty, and I was like, dude, this looks like a little twink shirt, you know? I like to have some give. But is that is that for the dude? Like, you got the fitted hat, you got the fitted shirt, you got the fitted pants, the skinny jeans, you got the fitted. I guess all shoes are fitted, huh? Unless you wear Birkenstocks. Can't you change the size on those, I think? Heartless Steve. They are illegal. Yeah, they are illegal. I totally don't have a couple pairs. I totally don't. The times I had them in the videos, it was AI. Yeah, I got the Schmedium, bro. Dude. A fitted shirt, it's like when it fits someone real snug. You know how certain people wear shirts like on purpose? It looks like they want to show, like the sleeves are like, they have sleeves, but they're like way up here. It looks like they want to show their arms. And they're like super tight everywhere. I think, what's those shirts that they would always talk about on Fighter and the Kid? They came out a few years ago and it was like super trendy. And they have like real fitted shirts that are supposed to make like parts of your body pop. You know, I forget what it was called. Some of you guys in here have to know. The commercials and the ads were all over the place. A pair of Speedos with Uncle Beto. Tío Beto. I never heard anybody say Uncle Beto. It blows my mind that the baseball players they just seem so. I feel like the snapback makes it feel secure. I feel like a fitted hat would like fly off for some reason. I don't know why. Allegedly. Yeah, I don't even know, dude. I wouldn't know the sizes. True classic, that's what it is. Fitted Speedos are coming back. Hey, this channel's lame today. I've been having to skip a bunch. Man, this is getting unbearable. It is hot in here. I should have put more ice in my cup before I came out here. Dude, I'm gonna have to switch channels. There we go. You can't go wrong with the Bee Gees. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So there's some stuff going on. There's a thing called the UFC. And Conor McGregor, oil up. I feel like I'm self-oiling right now, dude. I'm self-lubricating as we speak. Heck yeah. See, this dude's out there in construction. Max Bluestein's out there in construction. you know, under the elements, sweating, doing that hard labor, and that thing is secure. That's not going anywhere. Heck yeah. Make me some boxing gloves with grenades printed on them so people know what's up when I walk into Albertsons. You walk into Albertsons looking like Strong Bad. You guys remember Strong Bad? Here's the guy that used to talk like this. Heck yeah, Nigel. I wish we had at least a little bit. At least a little bit, Jane. Like, I don't want to have to be shoveling or putting on chains or anything like that, but just a little bit. Just enough that I could put on a hoodie, you know? So Conor McGregor allegedly is coming back for International Fight Week. And it sounds like he's saying yes. It sounds like the UFC was saying yes. And it sounds like the rumor is that the most sensible candidate at the moment is Max Holloway. I don't know if I believe that that's the most sensible candidate, but that is definitely the direction in which things have swayed. Conor McGregor is going to come back after 10 years to fight a dude that was just humiliated. I mean, wow. Now, if this is, you know what could be, man, I don't know if I would say exciting, but I think a route that they could take is maybe Max. I mean, because Max is a big dude. He's taller than a lot of the people where he's currently fighting. He's got, you know, reach. He doesn't have the biggest frame he's got kind of like a narrow body, but I feel like he could meet McGregor at 170 because McGregor's like 245 right now. He could meet McGregor at 170, and what they could do, and I think this would be entertaining enough and definitely hilarious enough. This would be like a WWF move. This would be amazing and bold and respectable as far as I'm confirmed. If Max went to 170, met Conor there, and they introduced, say it with me, BMF, yes, thank you, a BMF title for the 170 division. And now Max Holloway is just a BMF chaser. I could totally see that. Now that, I think we could all agree, that would be hilarious. If they're like, okay, this fight doesn't really make sense. It's kind of stupid. So many people are anti-Conor. Max just lost. Why would Conor come back and fight this dude? There's not even a title involved. This would actually kind of seem like a BMF fight because these dudes would trade. But Oliveira has that title. Let's go to another division because Conor weighs so much. Max could go up. He's depressed. He's been eating. Let's do a BMF for 170. Or let's do a interim BMF for a lightweight. Even though there's already a unanimous champion. I don't know. They have to do something like that. You know what? They should introduce a rematch title. It'll be like the BRF, the BARF. They fight for the BARF title, the best rematch fighter, right? I need to get in those meetings. The BARF title. We need to add some entertainment flavor to this organization. The BMF has gone just as corporate as everything else. We need some fresh blood. The best rematch fighter. That way they could do it at any weight because it's inaugural. How dare you, Melancholy?
Send him 2-3 years Dagestan and forget.
He says the only time I wear a snapback is when I'm going out with my boyfriend.
What is it like knowing your family and your friends don't love you?
Wow, dude. Yeah, Strong Bad took my jorp. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, Homestar. It was like homestaremails.net or something like that. Dude, that takes me back. You need to check out Daughters. They said your quote, but he ended up being a wife beater. Good music, though, if you're... What the heck? The band name is Daughters? I've never heard of them. What quote? Oh, the one. Was it the one I said? Was it that philosophical thing I just said about making your tomorrow better? Yuri versus Allberg prediction. I think it's got to be Allberg. And I don't care about either of those dudes. I don't like either of them. I don't dislike either of them. There's something about Allberg, actually, that seems kind of obnoxious. But I think Yuri is... I think he's too focused on being a social media warrior and making videos about himself, like punching trees and stuff. And he fights too reckless in the cage. He's like the opposite of Sean Strickland. He fights too reckless. You call Mobzar Homestar? Wait, what? Why? Conor ain't coming back. Jane, you don't think... I could understand someone saying they don't like Conor. I'm not going to be entertained by Conor. I don't support Conor. But you don't think he's coming back? Coffee Potamus working and lurking. Thank you. Thank you for being here, for keeping us warm in your pocket. If Conor KO's Max, that would be hilarious. Dude, I'd feel bad for him. Dude, the stressed era is generational. Oh, where are we at? Dang it, where are we at? That's what they're saying. That's what they're pushing for right now, that it's going to be Max and Conor. Sources say Khabib and Conor have been getting ready for a heavyweight matchup. Oh, Conor don't want none of that. Did you see what Khabib did to Glover? Glover was thinking of moving up to super heavyweight just to dodge Khabib, just to duck him. I think he could, Nigel. Yeah, I agree. That's what it's all about, Charizard. That's what it's all about. Don't fall for the trap, dude. Have the fight on Conor's yacht? Yes. I've been saying it. White House, Statue of Liberty, Grand Canyon, the Pyramids of Gaza, Conor McGregor's yacht. They need to mix it up. Burn down the apex. Burn down the apex. Connor's confused that Max Holiday is an actual person. He thought it was a term for retirement. He's maxing. He's holiday maxing. Look, here's my thing with Jiri. I don't like it. There's things that I think a fighter could do that, even if it's not intentional, even if it's not like a conscious thing, I think there's definitely things that fighters could do that basically insults their fans and kind of just smacks them in the face. And it kind of like, it's like, bro, I'm trying to root for you. I'm trying to be a fan. I'm picking you. I'm telling people in the chat and the comment sections and this and that, you know, you're the guy, and you make me look bad, bro, because you're so concerned with punching trees and kicking snowmen and doing triple backflips when it's hailing outside, and, you know, jumping in the ocean and fighting dolphins. And like, I feel like he's always doing this. It's kind of like Sean Strickland. It's like he does all this crazy stuff. With Sean Strickland, it's running his mouth. But with Jiri, it's like, dang, like he's a samurai. He's a warrior. He's doing all this. He looks crazy. But then when it matters the most, when it counts, he's in there. And it's like, where was all this stuff, bro? Where's all these attributes at? Bring it. Bring it to the cage. And it just gets a little frustrating. I don't hate him. I don't dislike him as a person. It's nothing like that. What's up, Kelvin? Oh, you'll see it, James. Oh, James.
Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, and maybe not the next month.
Pero when it comes to International Fight Week, I'm telling you, bro, don't hold your breath. Or you could. International Fight Week's not that long. I don't know how strong your lungs are. Jane Caulfield, do you care to make this interesting? Not Homestar, just because of the name Mobstar, Homestar. Oh, so it's like a perfect blend. James Bishop.
My flow goes deep like the ocean. It burns so hard, grab the lotion. I might hit the 3-wheel motion, cause I'm sipping on this green tea potion.
How good is this?
Amazing.
James Bishop, I want to let you know that I have been singing your praises. And I've been letting the people know that even in your absence, even as you've been out there putting in that work, being a responsible member of society, doing your job, you know, earning by the sweat of your brow, doing what you got to do, that you've been supporting behind the scenes, that you've been slapping down dollarinis. And I am so grateful. You know, that you could be out there being distracted, forgetting about this little corner of the internet, and you know, spreading your wings, and you just constantly showing up and saying, I want to make sure I keep this thing alive. And it meant a lot, dude. It meant a lot. Thank you, dude. So good to see you splashing around these parts again, bro. And you've been so prolific. It hasn't even dried up, bro. The floors are still soggy all around these parts, bro. I had to put on my rainproof chanclas this morning. Dang, Grandmaster. You're Dane Cook funny? Dang, bro.
What the?
Bro, why you gotta do me like that? Why you gotta do me like that, huh?
I actually admire that you can actually be this fake.
Wait, what? Oh, okay, Sir Charizard. You say it's a compliment. Okay, good. Amazing. Hey, I always liked him too, bro. He's one of those people that just got hate for like no reason. Oh, that's how it is, Jay Smith? That's how it is? All aboard the maybe third or fourth best is blessed. the BMF blessed. Jeez. Well, not anymore, right? Dang. Not anymore. It went from the blessed MF to the Brazilian MF. James Bishop, your boy, is back in town. He's still my boy. James Bishop, a sight for sore beanies.
Cause I'm sipping on this green tea potion.
So good to have you back, man. One minute scraps. Was James Bishop on 1 minute scrap? He's throwing those hands. Man, James Bishop always throwing his stuff around, huh? Dang. James Bishop was out there hanging with Positive Manifestation in Miami. Wait, what? GM, was your burn down the apex a reference to Mojo Nixon burn down the malls? What the heck is Mojo Nixon? I could say no already, but what is Mojo Nixon? Was an American musician and actor best known for his novelty song Elvis is Everywhere? No, I never heard of this dude. But I kind of wish I could say yes, because then I would feel more cultured. Hey, the streams missed you, James Bishop. The streams missed you. I didn't see it. I saw the clip and I felt bad. I saw the finish of Wing C, and I saw the way he... Did you... I mean, of course you saw it, but when he got knocked out, the way that he got back up and was standing there, it was almost like a video game character. Like, I don't know, like he respawned, or like the program was telling them, okay, get back up. It's time for another round. It looks so unreal. It was like he wasn't a person. It was like he was a computer or something. The way that he just got back up and he was just in the corner like a zombie or something, it was crazy. I felt bad for him. I mean, yeah, I like that era. Employee of the Month, Good Luck Chuck, whatever else. I thought the dude was funny, man. His stand-up, I think people just hate the people at the top, you know? I mean, I don't know if I know enough about that dude to really talk about him. Him and Mighty Mouse have like a bromance, huh? There was a fighter named James Bishop on 1 Minute Scraps. Dang. When you see, listen to some Wu-Tang, Protect Your Neck, Guard the Grill. Yeah, it seems like he's built more for like, he's trying to bring the WWE to the game, you know? Dang, look at James Bishop. Back to his old ways, haven't lost a step. Has not lost a step.
We are family.
James Bishop like a big old never-ending winding staircase. Not one step missing. Never lost a step. Not even after all this time. He was always on our mind. Thank you, James Bishop, for reinvigorating the place.
I got all my homies with me.
Thank you, dude. What a blessing.
We are family.
I think he's at work right now. I think Flock was at work.
Homies with me.
Oh. Hold on. I don't know if I could say anything about this, so I'm not going to overreact. I'm so jealous. I'm so angry, but I'm so happy. I'm so jealous. Oh my gosh. I just got a very generous donation. I just received some love from a devoted, faithful member of the community who has demanded and insisted heavily on remaining anonymous, and has threatened blackmail, has threatened a couple black females, and myself included. And I have been sworn to secrecy, but I just want to say thank you. Thank you for showing up and supporting, and thank you for helping do what I do, and congratulations also. James Bishop, it's so good to see you again, man. Dang, yeah, Wing C. He might have to try to crack into the WWE, man. Or what's the other one? What's that other promotion? That other wrestling promotion that's not as big. It's kind of like, it's the one that I think Ronda Rousey went and hung out at recently. It's like the The A&W. What is it? It's not WCW anymore. I think there's just two now. Unless there's some other weird ones like overseas. I think there's just WWE and the A&W. But he's going to have to go to something like that, bro. If you want to have that personality and you want to be all entertaining and stuff, but can't bring the fight like that. GM, I still can't get over your joke about Gain not being able to help himself and even has to strike himself in the groin. Dude, I'm so mad that nobody watched that video, bro. I'm so angry. I'm so angry. There was so many good moments in there. It was crazy. He's just going, ta, ta, ta. Like he couldn't help himself, man. Bop it, turn it, squeeze it, pop it. Like he can't even. It's involuntary. I saw he was kind of talking smack about me in a useless stream. Oh, shoot. So I don't really mess with him anymore. Plus, he copes a lot and trashes fighters when he loses a bet. What the? Who's talking papas, bro? Oh, I see. I'm looking up here. I don't even know who that is. Tyler KZ. I'm over here giving him a shout out now. Whoa, this looks cool. I'm going to open that for later. I got super distracted. Hold up. Nothing's even popping up. Is he a MMA creator? Tyler Z, how about MMA? Dude, can you? Shoot, man. Dude, I have no. Am I on a futile search? Oh, Tyler, dude, I was putting Tyler Z. What an idiot. Tyler KZ. I can't believe how much time I'm spending on this. Tyler KZ. So stupid. Did he delete his channel or what? Oh, Tyler _bets. Tyler bets. Dude, I couldn't even find this guy, like, no matter how much I wanted to. I don't think you guys got to worry about anything. He's not even findable. Oh, wait, Tyler Betts is the dude in here. What am I? Oh, my gosh. Meat Rocket was talking to Tyler Betts about. Oh my gosh, dude. See, this is what happens. I'm having a heat stroke in here, bro. I can't even function in here. KZ MMA. All right, KZ MMA. I've never seen this channel. Let's see. KZ MMA.
Hazy MMA here. I'm going to go ahead and get into UFC Seattle, Israel Adesanya versus Joe Pyfer. I'm going to be breaking that. He looks like he should be Tybora. This is the kind of guy that the mindset that she's already won.
Okay. Let's see. He does. Oh shoot. Oh, he barely started putting up MMA content like 10 months ago. So he's doing his thing. He's trying to get off the ground. Looks like he does some streams. Wait, what the heck? He made these thumbnails where he's like hugging he's like in an embrace with this is funny. Look at this. Oh, I mean, I kind of like this. This is funny. He's doing Hey, you gotta hand it to him, bro. You gotta hand it to him. He's making the rounds, dude. He's out there making the rounds more than Alex Pereira. He's staying busy, bro. He's an active champion. You gotta hand it to him. The ladies handed it to him. It is okay. I don't think he's here anymore. The mysterious donator is Wingsy. Okay, it's not a big deal. Please don't say anything about it because when he comes back, I don't want him to know that I exposed it. But it is Wingsy. Wingsy versus Raja would be crazy, man. Yeah, GM, your best videos get no love. It's crazy, man. I get less love than Cody Garbrandt, dude. It's insane. It's insane, man. It's depressing. It's depressing. Is Kobe going woke? Is that what's happening? I did see that he does feel like a disenfranchised individual, and he's like, bro, why did I waste a year of my life campaigning? I'm trying not to miss too much chat here. Jane Caulfield, I think that's the first thing that you've ever brought up that doesn't make me want to throw up. Peanut butter and jelly with some bananas. Some bananas. That sounds good. I love bananas. J Smash is in the house. Woke Kobe is on my 2026 bingo card. He's going to say that he's been having a relationship with Peyton Talbot. He's going to get a fight with the quickness, bro. Paramount's going to put him on the homepage. And then they're going to make fun of him on Landman. Cookie dough ice cream's pretty good. Pretty good. My favorite will forever be birthday cake. Fried PB and bananas did Elvis in. Watch out. That's right, Jane Caulfield. Do not, I repeat, do not eat it on the toilet. Do not eat it on the toilet. Literally, that's no pun intended. That is a recipe for disaster. Tyler Duran. I'm on a hunt down after you. Tyler's like, bro, I'm Tyler. I just saw it right now. I'm so stupid, bro. I don't know what's going on with me. For real, dude. Tronado's pathetic, bro. It's pathetic. The best MMA YouTuber in history? Dang, bro, like that? Did Alvis fry the banana or the entire sandwich? I don't know. Did Alvis fry his peanut butter and jelly sandwich or just BANANA or just a banana? Elvis Presley notoriously fried his signature sandwich, a combination of peanut butter, sliced or mashed bananas, and often bacon in a generous amount of butter in a skillet. It was the entire sandwich, not just a banana that was fried until golden brown. You know what I do? Like, every time, like there's a lot of, no surprise here. There's a lot of quesadillas made in this house, and it's like they were always inedible to me when Marilena would make them. I would tell her, you have to make them with butter. Like when I make a quesadilla, there's two pieces there's two tortillas, right? So I get a stick of butter and I rub it all. Sometimes I put it in the microwave for a couple seconds so the butter is soft. I rub it all over both sides of the tortilla, and then I get the other tortilla, and I rub it all over both sides. Then I put the cheese and stuff. Without butter, it's so dry. Or like if I make a grilled cheese sandwich or something like that, or sometimes I like to make sandwiches with like eggs and bacon. I always put butter in the what's it called, the skittle or whatever. I put it in there, and then I flip both sides of all the breads I'm going to use, and they have nice butter. Like, it's so good. You got to use the butter, man. Yeah, I will never get those 5 minutes back, bro. None of us will. I feel bad for him, dude. Like, I just hope nobody ever says it to him, the stressed era. That will just forever ruin the blessed era for him. I hope that blessed era remains a special, untouched part of his journey, that at least he'll always be able to hang on to that, I don't want it to get to him. I hope it doesn't get out like Dana White Privilege did, I was listening to I wasn't listening to it. I saw a clip of Joaquin Buckley interviewing, I think it was Pfeiffer. And he was talking about Dana White Privilege, Buckley was. And I was like, dude, I should be getting all these royalties, bro. Yeah, dude was living his best life. Dude probably fried everything. Dude probably fried Priscilla. Dang, Me Rocket. Didn't you just say you got blocked, dude? Dying with my pants down is a deep-seated fear. Just never put your pants down, dude. You got to get like a hatch. Like those onesies, they have a hatch in the bottom so you could go do Duplessis without even taking it off. Elvis is alive. He runs a church. Look him up. One time. One more time. Hey, Martin Madelmayer. I'll call you Eminem, bro. Ever thought of a collab with MMA Guru? Two greats. No. No. He's good at what he does. I have nothing. I've always voiced support for him. I was gonna say for him and his community, but I've said it. I don't think he will ever see anything that I make, but I've said it a ton of times. I respect his ethic, but I always thought that his community was a cancer. But I don't know if that's whose fault that is. But there's a little bit of crossover. There's been a good amount of people that have shown up and said, hey, I love the MMA Guru and I love your channel. So I, respect. But a collab, it's just it's not at the forefront of my being. You know, I've never been someone to seek out collabs, and I've actually, I don't know if I've said no or just like ignored a ton of collabs over the years. It's just not something I have a desire to do. Now, every once in a while, something, and I don't know how to explain it. I was actually having a conversation with Marilena about it the other night. Because I never want to talk to anybody. I never want to collab with anybody. I never want to go meet anybody. I never want to leave my house. I never want to have to get on the phone with anybody. I hate it. I hate it. It just gives me anxiety. But the thing with Moss from the MMA hoes, I was telling Marilena the other night, it's weird the way it kind of just clicked. And I said, it's weird how we were kind of on a similar trajectory and everything. Like we both been doing it this year. 10 years, we had some of the same ups and downs and things we dealt with on YouTube and demonetizations and strikes and blocks. And I don't know, something about, because I've talked with other people before. I've done a couple things with other people before, and it was always kind of like a mishmash. And let's see if we can figure this out. But it kind of clicked with this dude. And that's super rare for me. So again, nothing in particular, like, nah, I would never do it. It's just, it never occurred to me. And, you know, I think he's too, you know, he's too big for me, bro. He's too big for me. Collab with the MMA guru is like collabing with Mr. Beast, bro. I could never. Yeah, Meat Rocket. He's gonna have to change his name to Meat Rocket. You're gonna have to give up your IP, bro. Marloca.
Family.
I get Marloca with me. Marloca working
We are
and lurking.
family.
Multitasking.
I got all my homies with me.
And you know what? The ladies, not Marloca. I've never heard Marloca say it, but often the ladies like to throw it in the faces about being the multitaskers. And guys can't do more than one thing. And guys can't chew gum and chew mashed potatoes at the same time. And I think that's how it goes. And like they're just like so one-track minded. And you know what? Marloca is showing today. She's impressing me. She's showing me something. She is able to multitask. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Cause I got all my homies
Dang,
with
yeah,
me.
Rodney Dangerfield got even less love and respect than Cody Garbrandt. You gotta hand it to him. How do you say banana in Mexican? Banana. We call it amarillo cucumber. The long yellow strawberry. People forget, man, Tyler Betts had some of the most viewed MMA shorts of all time. Dang! Let's see. I like it, bro. I like it. Hey, but did you slow dance with Laura Stanko or what?
Priest up on his shoulder.
Wait. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I could probably find it by I'm sweating so much, bro. I could just go like this. Oh, dude. Hey, Tyler Betts was streaming some stuff on here. Some MMA streams. Dang. Okay, 97 videos, over 1,000 subscribers. Dang. You had almost 6,000 views in the last week, it looks like. Dang. Oh, you're covering the Y-Files, dude? Show. Yeah, man, this dude, oh, you got 20,000 views on this short right here, bro? Tyler Betts was getting, dude. He's putting KZMMA to shame right here, bro. The only thing I don't see, Tyler Betts, I do not see you and Laura Stanko on here. 34,000 views. Shoo. I don't know how far back this goes. You might have one with like 50 million views, but. Dude, this one has 106,000 views, bro. 147,000 views. Hey, so Tyler Betts, you know my pain, bro. You know my pain. I've had videos. I have a video with like 10 million views, bro. And look at what it's done for me. Look at what it's done for me. I'm sitting here sweating. Did Elvis fry the banana or did the banana fry Elvis? Dang, that's what the detective said. It's kind of like the Kurt Cobain situation. Did I accidentally say Kurt Cobain? Dang, no pun intended, but that was a Floridian slip. Thank you, Mar Loca, for reminding us, for showing us, for bringing that beautiful little mascot back into the community. Thank you. The king does what he wants. Dang, J Smash. The chat skipped on me. Hold up. Kevin Lee Man. One more time, we're gonna celebrate. Kevin Lyman, one more time. Juan, one more time. Thank you, bro. Indian MMA. Dang, your name is Don Red. So the red is throwing me off. Is that like Native American Indian? I found this new show that's pretty good. It's called The Moss and Jesse Show. You should check it out. However, when you type in Jesse, make sure it's Jesse. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. We're not getting millions of views right now. But honestly, it's getting traction faster than I thought it would. I thought our first videos might have like 105 views or something like that. I thought our first videos were going to look like my live streams. But it's doing okay. It's doing okay. I've been loving the Moss and Jesse Show. I think you got a really good thing going on with that. Thank you. Thank you. Look, it's become the thing that I look forward to the most. I was literally cutting a clip from it earlier, and I was like, dude, I'd like to do them even more often. We just need to have, we need to be able to justify it. If it starts getting the kind of traction we hope, then maybe we do like a second one a week. I don't know. I don't want to overdo it either. I don't want people to get bored of us, but I'm really enjoying it. So thank you, Tom Bao. He's been good, Beetlejuice KO King. I spoke with him kind of recently on the phone. He's working, just being a responsible individual. So he's okay. He's good and healthy. You are just as good as... I'm getting, it's kind of like when somebody, I mentioned this like a couple streams ago. It's like when someone tells you that you look like somebody and you're like, oh, let me see. And then you're like, that's what people think I look like. Everybody wants to be better than everybody else. Everybody wants to be more entertaining than everybody else. Everybody wants to be funnier than everybody else. It doesn't mean you dislike them. But yeah, some things are just a little bit hard to read. You're like the independent underground artist that has a rabid fan base, but it's too much of a truther for the mainstream algorithm. I mean, I'd like to think so. I'd like to blame it on that, you know. But there are people that have, you know, ascended and reached these insane heights, even though, you know, almost every single thing that they do is anti-mainstream and anti-community guidelines. So it's like, how does that make sense? But I appreciate the sentiment, bro. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Shoot. I was being facetious, Jay Smith. Some old lady wants you to manage her condo, bro. I'm gonna make her sub. Blessed futures ahead, bro. Woo, wait, what? Manage her condo? I appreciate you, man. Doing the legwork out there. Marloca. James Bishop is supporting the channel just to make sure that Marloca could hear him. Show the love. I love it. Snoochie Boochies. You're going to get a bag of Juan Jillian Beers. Juan Jillian Beers, my boy. Meet Rocket, it's no disrespect, bro. It's a once-in-a-generation type thing, bro. It's a once-in-a-generation type thing. The fire, the ways that these people go through the fire, you don't want it, bro. Trust me, you don't want it. Dang, that's weird. It's the same way that they're doing Cesar Chavez right now. And I'm going to talk very briefly on this. But it's the same thing that they're doing to Cesar Chavez. You know why? You know why Cesar Chavez apparently did what he did to this lady retroactively? Because he was super anti-immigration. And you can't have that in this day and age. The dude that was such a big, like, there's holidays, there's streets, there's buildings, there's schools. He's something that was still very much clung to for very specific reasons and agendas, except, nah, he can't have a voice for that. Do you know what the hardcore Mexican of the most Mexican dudes, Cesar Chavez? Like, he's known for, like, that's one of his, you know what's even more known than all the activist things that he did? It was people like, who's Cesar Chavez? You know him? Oh, they'll say, oh, the Mexican? It's not about farming. It's not about the grapes. It's not about protesting. It's not about striking. They'll just say, Cesar Chavez, oh, the Mexican guy? Do you know what Cesar Chavez used to call immigrants? Cesar Chavez, like the most Mexican of the Mexican guys, called them wetbacks. He's on video saying it repeatedly. Cesar Chavez was super anti-immigration and called them wetbacks and said they were stealing jobs from the legitimate Mexican workers. And you can't have that today. Meanwhile, the FBI has tapes on tapes on tapes and recordings and things, that all the stuff that Martin Luther King Jr. was doing with these young ladies, these things that he was watching, these R. Kelly types of incidences that he was watching his friends and he was egging them on. That's all good. I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. Makes you think about Bill Cosby, you know? Because he was telling all the young ones, he was telling them, pull your pants up. Stop cussing, pull your pants up. And they say, you know what? I'm sick of this dude. I'm sick of this dude telling me to put my pants up. You know what? I'm going to do something ironic. I'm going to flip it on him. He always wants us to pull our pants up. Let's talk about him pulling someone's pants down. Let's flip it on him. Isn't it ironic? Nobody ever thought about it like that before, huh? It's right. It was right under our beanies. It wasn't complicated whatsoever. He kept telling all those young ones, pick up your pants. And they said, we're going to say he pulled them down. How do you like that one? Now you're pulling pants down, huh? Now you're dropping 501s. Ironic, huh? Did them dirty, dude. Now I can't even find the full seasons of DVDs. Can't even find them anymore. Go to tomorrow. Are you? Hey, David Gator, are you talking about the one where I stabbed that fool? If you are, well, either way. But that was my favorite thing I ever did, bro. I want to do more stuff like that. Dude. Kevin out there making moves, bro. Bartolomeo Khabib versus dude. Homie coming in blasphemous today. I feel like Jesus will be now he could reach these levels of, like, you know, kicking dudes out the temple, flipping tables over and whatnot. But I feel like at the same time, he could be quite the de-escalator, you know? And I think that he would turn the other cheek and say, you know, I'm not worried about you, homie. I'm not worried about you. You see, Khabib is the GOAT when it comes to mortal beings. You know what I'm saying? I know, but they're trying to sue him for like $59 million now. Now they're trying to take all his money. They're trying to take all Bill Cosby's money and give it to the lady that's accusing Cesar Chavez. Have you seen the pictures of that lady with Cesar Chavez? When she's like, he took advantage and did all this. When you look at the photos, this is how she looks at him. Dude, you should see how Marilena looks when I don't take out the trash fast enough, bro. You should see the scowl on her face, bro. But this lady saying all the things that Cesar Chavez did to her, and she looks like this. There's no way, bro. The eyes, Chico. The eyes never lie. Where's the kids? Where's the kids that you're talking about? Do we not do our due diligence anymore? Do we not research things? Where's the kids that you said you had? Find them. Do a DNA test. Is that too much trouble? It's not too much trouble to take down and cover up all these statues, to tarnish someone's name who can't defend himself, to like redo decades of whatever. That's not too much work, right? To bring in all these forklifts and these cranes and, you know, all this, do all this dramatic, but it's too much work to validate what you're saying, to prove it, to show any kind of evidence whatsoever. It's more proof to just take the word of like an old senile woman. Too much work. Jeez. Dang. I don't remember that. WMC, heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. So Conor McGregor, I don't even know if he wants to Jim likes to stab fools. I didn't say I liked to. It was actually an accident. It was an accident. One of the kids right here. I don't even know if McGregor wants to fight Max Holloway, but apparently that's the word. That's what people are saying is going to happen. Heck yeah, Nico. Why wouldn't I, dude? It keeps my tinfoil in place that everyone's always accusing me of. Jeez. I need to watch some footage today because I would really like to be able to say definitively one way or the other when it comes to Adesanya and Pyfer. I'm definitely leaning toward Pyfer. Adesanya is being kind of weird with he kind of has this resigned thing about him and everything he's been doing lately, all the videos, all the interviews. It's almost like he's resigned to the fact, like, yeah, this, I'm gonna be like a Max Holloway kind of fighter now, or like a Conor McGregor type of fighter, or even like a John Jones type of fighter, or like a Nate Diaz type of fighter. That's my trajectory. I've done enough to earn a name for myself. I have enough of a fan base. I could go fight at Netflix. I could go fight in Eddie Hearn's promotion. I could go. He ain't gonna go to RAF. But he definitely has this resigned thing where it's like, I mean, we've seen him before. I think it was like when he was going to rematch Pereira. There's times where we've seen him where he's had this fire. Like before he fought El Mero Mero was another time. I think before he fought Costa. There's times when he's approached things and he's just like, definitely enthusiastic and aggressive about everything he's doing, and he's just like, it almost seems like he's kind of over it, like if he already knows what's gonna happen. What the heck? Those are ridiculously ugly. Period. Are you serious? Why does it do that sometimes? Oh my gosh. Those are ridiculously ugly. Oh, I'm angry right now. Hello. Come on, dude. Oh, that's a better way to put it. Um, um, McRegular. I never heard anybody say that. You don't know I'm streaming or what? They are garbage, period. Man, my phone is spazzing out on me. I think my phone is like done. What the heck, bro? Thoughts on your fellow Christian, bro, Bryce? Hey, Bert, are you like Christopher Hitchens, bro? Didn't you say you believe in God or something like that a while back? I feel like you're always like, hey, you believe in God? Let me poke at it. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, and this isn't trying to start anything or be unnecessarily negative. But I think it's dangerous and it's frustrating when you have somebody that so emphatically says, I'm a Christian, this is what I stand for, freedom and all that. And a lot of his approach seems so hateful and unnecessarily aggressive. Like there's a lot of the things he does, it seems like there's nothing Christ-like about it. Now that doesn't mean that I'm like a progressive Christian or like a liberal Christian. And it's like, yeah, I'm a Christian, but anything goes. Let's live like everybody else. And let's say that the Bible's outdated, right? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying his execution of what he says he believes, I think, is terrible. I think it's just as dangerous as Joel Osteen, in the other direction, where it could really turn people off. Are you going to watch the Ronda Rousey Gina Carano fight? Absolutely. Absolutely. McGruber. I think it's just, they're just in different places now, man. Somebody was sending me a picture of a Mercedes GLE AMG, and I was just telling them how ridiculously, because I used to work at Mercedes, and I was telling them you want to have nothing to do with that car. It's ugly. It looks like a bug. I don't know why everyone's getting into these coupe body style vehicles. It's smaller on the inside than you would think. It's a tight squeeze. It is a very bumpy ride if you get the AMG. Depending on what AMG, well, it gets even worse. AMG period is going to be a bumpy ride. It's like you're trying to drive a race car. The tires wear out way faster. It is a gas guzzler. It's loud. It's always going to be in service. It's so high maintenance. It's just not worth it from any angle. Bert Olomio, Joe added points of willpower by becoming Christian. Are you you talking about Pfeiffer? I don't know, did he? There's a part about, having faith being the most important thing in your life where it almost makes, it kind of dilutes a lot of other things and it makes you realize these things don't even matter. So in a way, some people might think it'll hurt him. Because he'll be like, it's just a fight, whatever. I still got paid. Still provided for my family. Doesn't really change anything in the grand scheme of things. No, El Tronado, I think he's talking about Joe Pfeiffer because Pfeiffer came out and was talking about being a Christian now. And I don't know if hey, can you guys let me know? I don't know if Adesanya was trying to be funny because one of the interviewers told Adesanya, hey, Pfeiffer just came out. He's talking about his faith. And Adesanya was like, oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. And he was acting like he was genuinely like he thought that was cool. He's like, oh, wow, I didn't know that. Like if he had some kind of respect for it. And then almost immediately after, he said something like, oh, I don't know. I'm totally making this up. But let's say it was something like, yeah, anyway, good luck to both of us, or I'm looking forward to this. And then he said, how did they say it? I think he said something like inshallah or something. Cause he asked, what is Pfeiffer? What is he? Is he Christian? Is he Muslim? Is he Hindu? Is he whatever? And the dude was like, I don't know. And then Adesanya was like, okay, inshallah or something. I can't remember. But I was like, Adesanya's not Muslim, is he? Is he just saying that to kind of be funny? Like, hell, hey, I'm religious too now. Because I never heard of anything about him that he was Muslim. So I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I think that's kind of a thing you do at a certain point in your career. Like Mike Tyson was like, I'm Muslim now. And then like Lou Alcindor was like, I'm Muslim now. And I don't know if it's like a career move. I think for a lot of black dudes, it's like a career move. Kind of like for white people, they got Scientology. It's like if, you know, they're kind of at a standstill and they kind of plateau, they're like, I got to go Scientology now. And I feel like with black dudes, it's like, I got to go. So I don't know. I feel like I've seen that trend. But I don't know. I don't know if he just proclaimed it right there in that scrum. If Israel loses, he'll definitely retire. I don't know. Maybe, man. He's one of those dudes that's made enough money, right? And then he's probably making money off sponsorships and stuff from YouTube or whatever else. And now he's a DJ, apparently. Remember? I think I shared some video of that with you guys a while back, that he's a DJ now. He's over there. Yeah, he's giving off resigned demeanor vibes. Yeah. That's the word I was looking for earlier. I was like, his resigned demeanor. Max Bluestein's rooting for him. Okay. I just think, and this is just an observation, I think Adesanya, and I've said this a bunch of times, this is nothing new, is one of those dudes like Conor, like Ronda, where when they lose, it's like, oh, my mystique. It's gone. This aura that I had, it's gone. And then it's like, and then you lose again. And then you lose again. It's like, you don't know how to get back into the, it just, I think a lot of, there's a certain kind of people that's what their whole thing is. That's what makes them win. Like one of the things that, like similar to Pereira, one of the reasons why Adesanya kept getting away with the performances that he did was he had this aura that people were like scared. They were very apprehensive in their approach. I mean, you'd see people like Robert Whittaker, and you're like, who is this? Where's the Whittaker that we know and put up with? And it was, and once that's broken, once that's shattered, you can't get that back. Once people are like, he's a mortal man, and they start seeing the game plan, it's over. Uh-oh. Shoot. Dang, bro. Are you serious? GM, who walks out of the dojo alive? Bruce Lee or Joe Rogan? Bruce Lee. Never disrespect. Meat Rocket. Currently, I'm embarrassed to admit, dude. Pretty much just the UFC. But I don't like that. It feels very casual. I don't like that. I need to start branching out more. I was literally thinking about it like in the last couple of days. I need to start doing that. I don't like being so limited. And it's like, what am I doing? Why am I so boxed into this thing that we're all like complaining about and saying is so dumb and they're doing things wrong? It's like, oh, but that's all I'm going to watch? It makes no sense. Juice books. Bartolomeo, would you still be Christian if Muslim had it right? Bert, I've said before, all that I can do. I'm gonna keep this short because Bert, I don't know if you're searching for God or what. I don't know if that's like the path you're on in life right now. I feel like you want to talk about God more than I try to talk about God in these streams, and I'm trying to keep it MMA related on here for the time being. But I said it before. The reason I believe the way I do is because, hey, I can only speak for myself and my personal life experiences. I've done my best to follow truth and to follow evidence. And because of that, I've changed what I've thought from other parts of my life. It's not like I was raised this very specific way and it never changed, and all I ever did was plant my heels even more rooted in that and things. I was like, oh, that wasn't right, and this seems to be right, and now I learned that, and I need to get rid of that thing. Like I've done what I felt was appropriate to grow. And on that quest for truth, it's only been, I feel shown, I don't want to use the wrong terminology here. I feel that I've discovered that what I believe, I find to be the truth. And I guess I would say hypothetically, because I don't want to be a hypocrite, because I've said it before of the people when they say, okay, hey, atheist, if there was a God, would you then believe in him and serve him? And they still say, no, even if he was real, I would hate him. I don't want to, be a hypocrite then and then kind of fall into the same trap. So I'll say, well, yeah, whatever was right, that's what I would want to do. Wherever the evidence showed that is the right thing, that's what I would want to be. And in my personal experience, I just find what I believe to be the truth. And I assume that's what a lot of people are doing. His name is Israel. I'm certain he's Jewish. Is he's like, I am whatever you say I am. He actually made a little joke in his interview, and he called himself Chinese. Kevin Lyman, Kevin Lyman's on top of the world right now. Kevin Lyman's feeling himself. Kevin Lyman may not be the only one feeling himself, if you know what I'm saying. Thank you, bro. Been a loyal member for a month. Maybe he was making fun of the fact the media guy definitely knew or should have known that Pfeiffer is Christian now. Pfeiffer announced Christian when I thought it was weird when the guy acted like he didn't know. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was one of those things like, I'm in the media, don't say Christian, don't say Christian, don't say Christian. If it was Muslim or something like that, they would have been shouting it from the rooftops. Boxing and BKFC, only other good organizations. Karate Combat was good for. Yeah, I want to watch. I'd like to get into something non-UFC. Like, if I start to branch out, I don't want to like go right to Zuffa, because it's like, oh, I'm still under the umbrella. What am I going to go to next? Slap fighting? I need to branch out of the UFC a little bit. Okay, so you enjoyed it. BKFC started to become pretty interesting. I found myself catching a few fights here and there, just gaining momentum. Have you ever caught any of the recent ones? No. I always feel like I'm suffocating in like the UFC stuff. Like it's enough of a grind to even be able to articulately discuss what's going on in the UFC. I mean, every morning I wake up to like 7 different MMA clip channels with their spin on what's going on in the news and who uploaded this video and what fight's supposed to happen now and who's training together and who attacked somebody at an airport and, people beefing on Twitter. And it's like, dude, I can't even, where's the time to even branch out to something else? But I've seen clips. I've been saying it for a while, especially when Conor McGregor was looking all crazy and sketched out promoting BKFC and everything. I was like, dude, this is like a movie. It's entertaining. And I started to like what I was seeing, but I just haven't made the time to really go through it the way that I'd like to. MVP taking over, yeah. And just so you guys aren't confused, we're definitely not talking about Michael Venom Page. Oh, we got Joel in here. What's up, man? Heck yeah. Who walks out of the dojo? Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee, homie. Bruce Lee is the, like, that's the bar, dude. One championship has always just been, like, so explosive and crazy, man. Maybe I would have more success if I covered something like one. You know, just escape the oversaturation a little bit. Step out of the comfort zone and talk about something a little bit different. Maybe that would go well for me. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Dang. To build a wall between us, we know they won't win. Hey, whatever happened to them letting those brothers out of prison? Remember those brothers that killed their parents? What was their names? They reminded me of those dudes from the Night at the Roxbury. The Melendez brothers. The Melendez brothers. They this song reminded me of them. Don't dream it's over. I'm pretty sure this came on the... I think this was like the intro song to the series on Netflix. Did you guys watch it? It was nasty, bro. But remember they were supposed to let them go or something because they're like, dang, their parents were like making them do stuff. They were kind of weird. And it looked like they were going to let them go. But I don't know now. Oh, yeah, dude. Hold up, I'm trying to find out if I went viral yet. Hey, how come Oscar De La Hoya is starting to look like Chale Sonnen, huh? Why is he slowly turning into Chale Sonnen? Can you tell me that? Hey now, don't let them win. Dude. Shoot. What the heck? No. Stupid. Not that one, dude. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Look it. Tell me real quick. You have 2 seconds. Is this Oscar De La Hoya or is this Chale Sonnen? Is this Oscar De La Hoya or Chale Sonnen? Place your bets. Is this Oscar Sonnen? Or is this Chale de la Hoya? Hey, that sounds like a cool name. Chale de la Hoya. Why is this Chael Sonnen? Why is this Chael Sonnen? Hey, that sounds like a cool name. Okay, fine. You guys got it right. It's Chael Sonnen. It was the Melendez brothers, all right. Bartolomeo, can you make another channel where you could just talk about whatever, like we always do? Also, was it on the contract that Moss couldn't curse? No, he definitely cusses in the videos. I mean, I'll just say this. I'm far from perfect. I just don't happen to cuss, right? Moss does. That's his style. I think most of the people in here cuss. So I don't cuss. He cusses. So in the videos, I don't cuss. And sometimes he cusses. But you might have noticed, and I think this is why you're asking this question. In the more recent video, he kind of stopped himself a couple times. I think that's why you're asking. And he's like, oh, my bad or whatever. And I think, and you know what I've heard? I think a lot of people are doing this. You know what? It's kind of weird. Like, times are changing. I was listening to a podcast earlier, and somebody got a DUI. And one of the dudes in the podcast was like, DUI? Like, who even does that anymore? Like, who drinks and drives? Like, what? Really? And I feel like, you know what? I mean, unfortunately, stupid stuff like that is always going to happen. But I feel like people are really starting to curb it, no pun intended. And also, I was listening to another thing the other day, and they were like, young people don't really even drink anymore. Like, they're realizing how stupid it is. Like, they're over it. Like, it's bad for their bodies. It's bad for their brain. It's bad for their mood. It's bad. It's stupid. And maybe they're doing other things that they shouldn't be doing, but it's kind of falling off. And I feel like a lot of people have been feeling the same way with cussing. I've kind of heard a trend of different people on different things that I watch. They're like, yeah, I'm trying to stop it. Yeah, I got kids and I don't want to this and that. And I was just like, okay. Because I noticed he did that in the video, and I was like, oh, cool. Like, whatever. I was never going to try to tell him, hey, could you be like this or not be like? It's like, hey, we're 50-50. I'll be who I am. You be who you are. And I don't know. It was just something that he decided to do. You know, maybe he'll stop cussing, and maybe I'll start cussing. Who knows? But now we have a good thing, man, where it's like we don't even need to say anything like that to each other. We kind of just go in, and it just works, man. Yes, you got some chores out of the way. Heck yeah. They were just like the Roxbury brothers. That's probably why they killed their parents, man. They probably broke the window in the car too many times, and their parents were like, you're done. You guys are going to ride some bikes to the club. Top half is sunning. Squinting my eyes, I can't tell the difference. That's what I'm talking about. I hear your name. I hear your sayings and renames being used on multiple channels. Fools be jacking. Yeah, dude. You know what's funny to me? There's dude, I don't even want to say it. I feel like there's a channel that nobody would ever expect, that they would never expect, that I don't know, that I've said things on here like during live streams, and I swear when I see their stuff pop up and the stuff they're saying, I'm like, did they just stop watching my video? Like literally, not even down to takes, but like even down to like songs that they're singing or references. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you rubbing it in my beanie? Like, what's happening? Maybe it's, who knows? Maybe it's, what do they call it? How do they refer to it? The sequence, or how everything is, what's the word? But who knows? You know, we're all operating within the same HTML. You know, I guess some stuff's gonna get regurgitated here and there. You know, whatever. At a certain point, I gotta just not obsess over it, or I'll just go crazy, dude. This is meant to be rather a compliment than criticism. Oh, I love when things start like that. Is this my lady? This is meant to be rather a compliment than criticism. Why are you the way you are? Synchronicity, yes. You know, more synchronicity than serendipitous, because I feel like there's nothing serendipitous about my situation. How is it even possible MMA Joey has more guys in his life than you? This is like an obvious glitch in the Matrix. It leaves me beyond confused. I'll start off by saying this. I've never had anything but kind words and compliments toward MMA Joey. I listened to his channel profusely while I was prepping my house to sell it. I feel like his stream saved me during that era. However, to address the sentiment behind what you're saying, it's one of the reasons why I don't absolutely completely go over the ledge and lose my mind and go on a killing spree. Actually, I would never do that. That's just not in my nature. I don't know. I would just like eat myself to death. Is because of what you're saying. Because it's obvious. And look, I'm not trying to pat myself on the beanie, but I'm aware of who's out there. I've been doing this for a decade. I'm aware of who's out there and the way they do it. So when I see the numbers, but you know, it doesn't feel good. But when I remember and then see it every once in a while pop up with different people, I'm like, oh, it's like what Angel Padilla brought up the other day. Your boos don't bother me because I've seen what makes you clap. I've seen what you applauded for. And I'm not talking to the viewers, because it's not up to the viewers, because the viewers are always supportive. If more people were notified, they would be here. But I'm directing that more toward the YouTube algorithm, toward the platform itself. I've seen what they're choosing, and I don't make that kind of content. I could make, National Enquirer type of content, rage bait type of content, go after anybody and everybody type of content. But I don't want to live that life. I don't want to be that person. And the reason I'm able to exist with it is because to me it's obvious that something is stifling this. Because you don't got people showing up saying, I hate this is terrible, kill yourself, close your channel. It's always nothing but love and support. And people showing up after the fact saying, what the heck, YouTube, I didn't get notified. It's the platform. That's why I'm trying to branch out. That's why I always tell you guys, hey, follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. And everyone's like, I don't use none of those. So I'm like, dude. Okay. So maybe I'll have to try to add to it by finding new people on there. That's why the algorithm hates you. You just don't cuss enough. They think I'm too squeaky clean. I'm not rough enough around the edges. Yeah, I saw it, Meat Rocket. It was crazy, bro. That's what we're here for, Jane. Just that one earbud, you know? We're not doing anything exciting. You don't even got to look at the screen. You don't even got to look at the screen. You're not missing anything. You could just keep doing your work stuff. It's all good. You're not missing anything. I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised.
Thank you, James Bishop.
We are family.
Look at this. WMC came in at the
I got
right
all
time.
my homies
WMC
with
came in
me.
here and got blessed. Heck yeah, James Bishop. Me Rocket's all upset. Bert Olomio. Last time GM came out unintentionally with strangers. Oh, dude. Oh, with strangers? I'm not often around strangers. You know what? Honestly, the last time it came out is when I was talking with Moss. But strangers? I don't know. Cause remember I told you guys maybe like 3 weeks ago it happened with some lady in like a meeting because I was doing some content for their local business. But I don't think with strangers. I'm not often around strangers. You're positive in MMA Joey and MMA Guru thrive off negativity. And look, I don't think that's accidental. If that's the case for them, which, you know, then that's a smart move, right? So I can't, you know, me, if I were to try to complain about that, again, I always bring up this excuse. Am I going to complain about Al Pacino being a drug lord kingpin, killing people in Scarface? No, he's playing a part. He's playing a role, and that's how he paid his bills, right? So if people found an angle that works, it's just, I remember seeing people. I remember observing people. Speaking in generalities here. I remember observing people doing that on their come up and seeing it and you know, knowing exactly what it is. You know what it is. And just thinking, nope. I got to figure out something else because I'm not going to do that. But maybe I should have. Thank you, Master of Genres. Yeah, Joel, that tends to happen around here. That's the thing with this new generation. They generation of fans, they want to hear people complain and about everything, and they love hearing someone complaining. Yeah, and it's exhausting, bro. Every time I come across anything, it's just nothing but complaining. And that's why I've been saying lately, you know what? I think I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna triple down. I'm gonna quadruple down and just be like the positive dude. Be like, I can't believe the UFC did this. It's amazing. Everything they do turns into gold. Just something different. I don't know. Then I'll have 5 viewers during my next live stream, right? Dang, Tronado, what you doing to me, bro? They do not support my rhythm, bro. Dang, Tronado. Dang. And sometimes when YouTube gives the notifications and I upload the videos, are all black out or they have no sound. So you need to reload the video. No surprise, man. No surprise. I've uploaded videos before, and this has happened to me a lot, actually, where I upload a video, and maybe it's kind of a long video, and it takes a while to upload. And it'll cut off like the last 12 minutes of the video. And I'm like, what happened? And then I go look in my documents and I open the video and I'm like, was it cut off? Did I export it incorrectly from my editing software? And no, it's all there. It's just YouTube just messed it up. And then I tried again. I'm like, and then it'll just work after like 4 times. You have to be messing with me. I know everyone knows what's going on with the suppression of this channel. The what and the why couldn't be more obvious. I mean, yeah, you're right, bro. I mean, I've thought of that, but then I also, like, there's a ton of channels that align with, you know, my worldview. And they thrive, dude. I mean, look at the stuff that, like, Candace Owens talks about, bro. Totally against the grain, right? And they don't shut her down. So it's like, what the heck? Why the heck would I get any kind of treatment like that? I mean, I get what you're saying though, but I look at other channels and I'm like, what? It doesn't add up. Bro, you're a car salesman and you don't do well with strangers, setting yourself up, homie. Yeah, it definitely took a lot of acting. Definitely took a lot of and you know what kind of superseded that sometimes? I didn't like people getting ripped off. If I had all this insider intel and I could see these helpless people, you know, showing up trying to buy their kid their first car. You know what's heartbreaking? When you get a real old person and they say, this is going to be my last car. And it's like, okay, you know what? I'm shy. I don't really like talking to people a lot, but I know they're going to come after this person. I'm going to try to help them. And I was like a spy in there, you know. I would try to give them good advice and stuff. For real, dude.
Amazing.
Tronado. You're on to me, bro. You know me too well. We're in the era of hate watching. People just like flogging themselves nowadays. This community may not be as lucrative, but it's likely better for your mental, emotional, and spiritual health. The community itself, yes. The platform, no. I remember Marilena told me one time, and she was right. She wasn't like being negative or anything, but that being a YouTuber is like the worst thing for my personality and my mindset, and it absolutely is. It's very much like sales. It's it's Groundhog Day. There's no security in it. It's scary all the time. I was thinking the other day, I think I need to like delete my YouTube Studio app. Like I just look at it too much and it just takes over my life. It's too much, bro. Did you know Bert and Ernie were a couple? No. I mean, they weren't a couple. They tried to reverse engineer it and make them a couple way later so that, you know, it could fit everything else. Bertolomeo. But I heard about that though. Can you do a Alien Perez crying and twerk impression? I'm not an impressionist, bro. I'm not an impressionist. I don't even think I have the, but that is funny. I did coin that, right? I don't think I could do it. I don't think I got the whatchamacallit. I don't got the space in here. It's like see, I have to be like right here. She was like, how do you do it? I don't know. I feel like I can't get the framing's off. Oh. Don't let me down. The great Papalini, the OG, bro. I've been working 6 work weeks and haven't had time to tune in. Finally getting my 2 days off back. So I got to take a fat nap. Waking up to GM is the best. The best. Great Bapalini, it is refreshing to see you in here, bro. Very good to see you in here. I hope that you were, bro, I hope you're not on salary. I hope you were making that overtime. And I hope now that, it does two things. You got some overtime, and now you get to, like, really have a new perspective on your days off. Like, oh, dang, I know how much I cherish these days now, you know? Shoot. Should I be like, what ethnicity should I be to thrive? Dang. Shoot, dude. I should change ethnicity so that I could get big on YouTube. I'll do a 23 and me, or I'll do like Arasanya, I'll do like a 57 and me. Be like, bro, I'm actually Korean. I'm basically a K-popper. The crazier Candace Owens gets, the hotter she gets. MMA Joey is a master. That's all people love to argue. Kaimon doing his thing on the trail. I'm living vivaciously through you, bro. You know what I want to do? You know what I might do? I've been really wanting to get in the garage. I think I have like an hour or two right now. I want to get in the garage and beat the heck out of that bag, bro. I've been having a couple of days, man. I kind of just want to get in there. Hey, just pump some. You know what I like about working out and about playing video games? It's the same thing for me. I was playing Resident Evil 2 the other night. You know how they have the remake? I was playing Resident Evil 2. I'm playing it again as Claire. And I realized why I like video games so much. When you play a video game, same thing with working out, if you really put in the time, it sounds so dumb when you're talking about a video game. If you really put in the time and the effort and your focus and you're using your brain power, it's like you actually meet the checkpoints. You actually progress. You actually do better. You actually reach these milestones. You actually conquer this level, and then you go to the next one, and then you go to a different building. Same thing with muscles. You get stronger. You could see it. You could feel it. You could lift more. And I feel like my life isn't like that. It's like no matter how hard you work, no matter what you do, no matter what you sacrifice, no matter what resources or time you put in, doesn't matter. It does not matter. It somehow only goes backwards. But when I play like a video game, it's like, hey, I went like way forward. You know how many times I saved in this session? I saved like 17 times. You know how far I've come? So it's like it feels good. At least it feels good to make progress. Have you ever had arroz con frijoles? Jeez. Have you considered the lack of notifications on the algorithm a spiritual battle? Have you considered the lack of notifications on the algorithm a spiritual battle? I feel that way at times. I've noticed that fasting and praying have done a lot of my life. Mountains have moved. I know some people are going to be like, what? But, I've said this a lot of times and I still haven't done it. I've been convinced in different pockets of time that the reason this has gone the way it has is because I haven't started my other channel. Because maybe I was equipped with certain strengths, whatever they are. All the things I've done on here for a decade that equipped me a certain way. where it's like I could use all of that and make my other channel finally. The one, you guys know what I'm talking about, the one I always talk about. And I feel like every single day that I don't do that, I'm proving to God how much of a hypocrite I am. Because I could have all this lip service, but at the end of the day, and yes, even at the beginning of the day, by all accounts, by all metrics, it appears that I'm serving mammon. You cannot serve both God and mammon. When I wake up and go to sleep every single day, obsessing over how to make ends meet, obsessing about my new strategies and formulas about content and how I'm going to make this and how I'm going to do that and when I'm going to stream and when I'm going to record that. That's my idol. And I can't help but think it's almost like every day he's like, didn't make the channel again, huh? Running away, trying to do this yourself with your own capabilities. See what that does for you. And I keep thinking, I don't have the breathing room. I don't have the breathing room. I can't start that. That's like, I don't have the luxury of having that breathing room to commit the time to that. As, it's basically a hobby. And then it's like, well, is that a lack of faith? Is that, I don't know. Because who says I should ever be doing the channel in the first place? I could do the channel and that goes nowhere either. Who knows? But I had to answer your question, Coffee Potamus. I have had similar thoughts where it's either things are being hindered because I haven't done exactly what I'm supposed to. Or sometimes I wonder, like, am I being saved from something? Like maybe if this did become successful, it would lead me in the wrong direction. I'd end up doing things I shouldn't be doing. I'd end up in places I shouldn't be. And yes, to answer the second part of that, I have, and I believe that. I believe that. And, I've done that before. And I've experienced the same. So it's like, why am I so stupid? And I'm not doing it again. But thank you for reminding me for sure. If that's the last car, make them work for it. Dude. Heartless, bro. 2 years ago, Lefty, Gunplay, Peso Pluma, Birria, and Hot Cheeto movie were all helping break through for Mexican people in the mainstream. Stephen Miller shut that down with the quickness. Who's Stephen Miller? Why would he care? That's the dude. I'm a joker. I'm a smoker. I'm a midnight toker. Why would he care? That's super weird to me. I don't know why he would have a problem with that. He's like, I don't want to hurt no one. Ooh, ooh. Leon just ate arroz con frijoles. Bert and Ernie are not a couple. They're a couple homies. Yeah, they try to reverse engineer their relationship. They're modeled after the Odd Couple homies now. Yeah, that's how it is now. The Odd Couple was gay. Jay and Silent Bob were gay. The Marx Brothers were gay and incestual. It's all hourly. Heck yeah, I fix cars. But yes, I'm glad to have that personal time. Hey, that's a good skill to have, man, fixing cars. Dude, There ain't never going to be a shortage of messed up cars, right? Well, see, here's the thing, Meat Rocket. What I need to do, and you know what? Maybe I'm going to take some time this evening doing that. I want to come out strong. Like, shoot, next week's not a good week to do that. It's spring break, and I want to spend as much family time as possible. But what I want to come out with very, very soon. And look, I've said it before. People will make it when they want to make it and when they can make it. I don't expect you to be here the whole time. That would be insane. It's insane for me to be here that whole time. But what I want to do is come up with a very clear and definitive schedule. So I could have it posted like in my banner. I could have it everywhere. And you guys could always know on these days, at these times, he's live. And if you want to show up, you could show up. So that way we could completely eliminate the problem of the YouTube notifications or or the lack thereof. Melancholy just commented on one of my videos with Moss. The dude sees right through me. But the thing was, Meat Rocket, like, if you're finding me, yeah, you'll find me, I guess. But, like, most people, I don't think are going to get a notification. Oh, what did I nail, Bert? I don't even know what I said, dude. You don't have to change ethnicity. You just have to take the Mexican out of the channel's name and be a sellout. Dang. What if I call it Latinx? Latinx. Martial arts. Bertolomeo.
We
Dude, dude.
Cause I got all my homies with me.
I love it, dude.
Family.
After this dude's putting my chanclas to the fire, he's saying, all right, dude. All right, dude. You hung in there with me. I'm going to go ahead and support. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you for doing it. Thank you for being a blessing, bro. You know, when you guys throw down like this, I don't know if it doesn't mean, I don't know if you guys are out there balling out of control or whatever. But I can't even, like, I don't want to get all weird or anything, but become trans Mexican martial arts. I watch you because you're not a sellout and you've kept the Mex. Jess Reyes, will you accept trans Mex? Tex-Mex, perhaps. I appreciate that, man. When you guys throw down like this, it literally keeps me alive, dude. Keeps me afloat on here. It's
I got all my homies with me.
and listen, please trust me when I say this. I'm going crazy trying to figure out what works, trying to figure out what I could do correct on this platform, because I do not enjoy. I do not want the only reason I'm able to exist on here and eke by is by you guys going broke. That makes me, it makes me feel bad. I want to be able to come on here one day and be like, hey, I'm doing a giveaway. You guys want a PlayStation? You want a gift card so you could go get an 85-inch TV? You want a gift card to the bookstore so you could go get a Bible? I can't wait till I'm able to do that. But I'm very thankful that you guys have it in your heart to do that. And I want you to know I'm not counting. I'm not like depending on it. Like, yeah, I'm cool with that. They'll do that. That's what I want to happen. Every day I'm like, what can I do? So like the AdSense makes sense, or a sponsorship or whatever, because I don't want you guys to have to do that. I don't want you guys to think I'm just trying to milk you, you know? I want you guys. I want to think of you guys like a bull, you know. I don't ever want to milk the bull. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at you. I refuse to look at you like a cow, you know. I played Resident Evil 2 remake so much, it's awesome, bro. I played Resident Evil 2 so many times already. I play it as it wasn't Leon, it was because Leon's Claire's brother, right? Chris. I think it's Chris Redfield. Is Chris Claire's brother? No, Leon's her brother. I played it as Chris, like on like an easy mode, and then I played it on the hard mode, and then now I'm doing it as Claire, and then I'm doing it on a different mode. I think I did a couple modes for each one, and then I just kept playing it because I didn't want to play it as Claire. I played it as Chris, I think at least a few times.
My flow goes deep like the ocean. It burns so hard, grab the lotion. I'm not surprised. I might hit the
You ever
three-wheel
seen a grown
motion,
man naked?
'cause I'm sipping
Amazing.
on this green tea potion.
I want to say thank you to Coffeepotamus. Now, what makes me feel really good is because, you know, Coffeepotamus is out there doing the business thing, you know, slinging them beans, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, knows the grind, no pun intended. And Coffeepotamus just slapped down 100 big ones.
My flow goes deep like the ocean.
You know how many
Burn so
beans
hard, grab the lotion.
you have to grind?
Might hit the three-wheel motion, 'cause I'm sipping on this green
And
tea
I don't know the
potion.
answer to that. I don't know how many beans you have to grind. Maybe Coffeepotamus is like, not that many. I don't know. But it's the thought. It's the thought behind it. I'm thinking about those beans right now. Thank you so much. And you know what? For what it's worth, Coffeepotamus, I want to let you know that I'm going to remember the words and the thoughts you shared today and take them very serious and kind of reevaluate what I'm doing in my personal life right now and what I need to be doing. Thank you very, very much for your support and for helping to give me a little bit of a buffer to continue to try to figure things out and to get myself to the place where you guys don't have to come out of pocket to be here, you know, to keep this thing going. I'm very conflicted about that. But I want you to know that I feel absolutely blessed and thankful as well. I don't want it to seem like it's absolutely a positive thing. Thank you. Thank you. I know Marilena gets... Marilena is the bill payer. She's the math brain and the bill payer and deals with all the stresses of looking at the actual spreadsheet and thanks for helping me alleviate that, bro. Thank you. Any shows or movies you guys could recommend watching? Shoot. Have you seen Mallrats? Let's see, movies or shows? You know what show me and Marilena actually enjoyed quite a bit? It's like a mini series. It's called No Good Deed. It was starring Ray Romano and Lisa Kudrow. I'm pretty sure it was on Netflix. But it's a little mini series, so it's not going to take up too much of your life. And me and Marilena often struggle to find things that we both like to watch, and we really like that show. Just say that you're Cuban and that you hate communism. Wait, will that help me? I feel like everybody acts like they like communism these days. I literally not been around that long. Love the content. Do it, my guy. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, bro. I appreciate the support. I remember playing Animal Crossing with my daughters, and I got addicted to upgrading my house. Eventually, I got mad at Mr. Nook because he kept doubling the price of the house, and I got tired of that. Okay, I don't play Animal Crossing. I've seen others playing it, so I don't know it well enough to fully get all the references, but I played enough games to get it. It's hilarious. I could definitely relate from playing like when I used to play The Sims, and I was always working on my house and buying stuff for the house. And then I look in reality and I'm like, dang it, man, this is where I live. Let me get back into The Sims, and I'm in my palace, you know. But thank you again, Chris Serrato, and thank you, Caimon, and of course, Coffee Potamus. I mean, you've been along these lines about the new channel. And you know what? One of my biggest hesitations is with the new channel is on here. I'm just cracking jokes and I'm just having a good time. You know, there's no high stakes on that channel. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that's the most important thing you could talk about. You don't want to lead anybody astray. That's heavy. I mean, I feel like sometimes it's like, man, you know what? Sometimes I feel like I wish I lived in a communist place, you know? But it's probably because I don't understand communism, because I don't pay attention to all that. I'm like, if I could just wake up in a land where I just had my allotment and I didn't have to go to work or anything, and I didn't really have bills or whatever, I would just wake up and study all day, and then I would present, you know, my findings. I would present my research. I'd make a video. I would do whatever and share it. But it's like, it's hard to make a living and also do something like that you're passionate about. But again, one of the hardest things is that's heavy, man. You don't want to be wrong when it comes to that. But yeah, I appreciate the support. I agree, Unadapted. Kill the flesh, ask for discernment. Yeah, I 100% agree, bro. Deny the flesh. I mean, we got it so twisted these days, you know. Everything that we do is catering to the flesh. It's all about self-help and, you know, how amazing we are, how great we are. Animal Crossing debt fatigue is wild. Thank you, Jessica. Love you, Jessica. Thank you. I feel it. I feel it, Jessica. The Sims is the closest I'll ever be to owning a house. Oh, dude. Okay, in that case, make it a mansion, bro. To end up in places you shouldn't be, you would need to leave the house. I think you'll be all right. My Sims house is also the only home I'll ever have, and it is one heck of a mansion. I love Louis C.K., but don't be like him. And Tom Segura. And Haida Hispano to getting good with the cabachos. That's right, bro. You would never even think that they were It's like Louis C.K., Tom Segura, Dustin Gaethje. It's like, what? Chuck Norris. His name is Carlos. You know what? There's been moments throughout this very stream, Jessica, where I was like, should I have today? I don't know. Every once in a while, I have one of those streams where I'm like, I don't know if I should be on camera today, but I'm glad to hear you say that. I've gone up and down. Habichuelas. What are habichuelas? Ooh. Oh, okay. Because it showed me a picture first of like a bunch of greenery. But that's like before they even take the beans out. It's like the beans when they're in the little, I don't even know what it's called. But now I see it in a bowl. Okay, it looks good in the bowl. I don't even know what arepas are. Isn't that like a type of shoe? Wait, oh, those are like, they look like Mexican pancakes. Probably, they look kind of dry, bro. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had one. Give away some quality socks. Minority martial arts. Just give me a gift card to Starbucks and I'll be happy. That I could do. Heck yeah, WMC. I'm almost positive that one in particular. I'm almost positive that one was, I don't want to give the wrong credit because there's been a lot of generous people in here today, but I'm almost positive it was. Yeah, it was. It was James Bishop. I just confirmed. I'm glad that you're happy, bro. Hey, WMC, when you go to my YouTube homepage and you scope the members tab, there's a ton of stuff in there that you could go scope the backlog, Discord access and everything. Apple ID, good to be seen, bro. Good to be seen. Hope everyone in the chat is on the Patreon. There's a few of them. I'm about to be homeless for 3 weeks, or I'd be all over the Patreon. I'm sorry to hear that, Apple ID. You know, Apple ID, it's very true what they say. And I don't know who said it. I don't remember who they is. But that, I mean, us like ridiculously high percentage of the population is like a couple paychecks maybe away from being homeless. Like everyone's like right on the verge, you know. They keep us just, it's kind of like what YouTube does to me, where like it's this state of this is stupid, what am I doing, this is awful, but there's always just enough of a tiny little bit of a crack of a glimmer down the rabbit hole that maybe there's some hope. So I keep doing it and I keep doing it and I keep doing it. And that's kind of like what we do in our lives. Like we just keep the rat race just enough to keep going paycheck to paycheck. And if we miss one or two, we're out on the street, bro. I hope you got, jeez, man. Also, imagine all the YouTube Mexicans that the algorithm recommended this channel to. Now think about how many of them give it a chance. Y como no platica en español, entonces, pues. Yeah, I think what you're saying is, because I've said this a lot as well, that the platform probably shows me to people that speak Spanish, and they're like, what the heck? This ain't for us. You know, it's like that dude said in Selena. No one understands how hard it is for a Mexican American, you know? You got to be more American than the Americans. You got to be more Mexican than the Mexicans. Like, you're just in this uncomfortable in between, you know? Nobody wants to accept you. If you covered more boxing, the algorithm might play ball more with you. Boxing is massive in the Mexican community. Yeah, dude. I just get so bored with it, bro. But you got to play the game. Maybe I gotta sculpt the Zuffa. Project Hail Mary. I like it. I like the deep cut meat rocket. Yeah, Junebug, it was a big success for us. Like I said, we could never see eye to eye on what we're watching. I've heard good things, WMC. I was thinking about starting Landman. Covering ONE FC could be a valuable niche. They do cards on Fridays instead of Saturdays, and I don't see anyone talking about it. Ooh. Now look it. Shoot, man. Let me see. Let me look up something right here. So for any of you that watch ONE FC on a consistent basis, like an actual fan of ONE FC, not like, oh yeah, I saw this fight with Mighty Mouse. Where do you regularly watch it? What's the best method of watching it on a regular basis? Because I see it comes on watch.onefc.com. I'm seeing that it comes on their YouTube channel. I'm seeing it shows up on Facebook. What's like the best? I'm seeing it on Amazon Prime. What would you say is the best method of watching it on a consistent basis if I just decided today, you know what, I'm going to be a ONE FC fan? Where should I go to make it the most seamless process? Thank you, Marloca.
We are family.
I also want to thank Marloca. I also want to shout out Marloca. I got a notification the other day that she went through and picked up some of that merch. And you know what? And I don't know if this is a secret. I don't think it's a secret. Marloca actually got one of the zip up hoodies, which is out of stock, bro. And she's like, I want one anyway. I'll get it when they come back, because that's how bad I want the zip up. Thank you. Thank you for supporting. It ends on the 1st. My new place isn't ready till the 20th. Dang. And Apple ID's a member now. Heck yeah, coming up. See, everything's coming up Apple ID. $2. Oh, they probably talking British, huh? Michael Fury making an appearance. Rearing his beautiful head.
'Cause I got all my homies with me.
Thank you, Mike Alfieri. Thank you, bro. Heck yeah. Good day. Good day at work. Good day. Good day now that you're out. I've been a member previously, just on hard times at the moment, so it's greatly appreciated. Yeah. I feel you there, dude. I hope everything works out. Whether it's a relative, a friend, some other person that's struggling, and they put a thing on Craigslist like, hey, I need a roommate for a few weeks. And you're like, hey, that's perfect, because I need to be somewhere for a few weeks, you know? Did you know Conor McGregor are a type of tennis shoe they sell like Kmart? What? I thought all the Kmarts closed down. What the? I don't really know enough about him, Gurgle the Green, to be honest with you. I don't really know enough about him to really speak in an educated way on him. I've just seen a bunch of clips of him and Mighty Mouse, and honestly, I feel like it's made him endearing. I feel like it's made me kind of want to root for him and like him a little bit. But he kind of looks like he's out of his, like a little bit in over his head, you know? I think maybe he needs some more instruction or something. You got to chase down Mexican fighters because your channel name alludes to it. Otherwise, Mexican turns uppity people off. Here's my problem. Like, I don't want to talk to any fighters. I know there's a lot of channels that are like, oh, a fighter actually wants to talk to me, and they get all excited. I don't have a desire to do that. And the thing that confuses me is I have videos with millions of views. You know, I used to get 100,000+ views on my videos, one after another. So there was a time that it was thriving. Well, it was like never making money though. But I'm always like, it can't just be that because it was taking off. Like, I don't know, a couple months ago, I had a video that got, like almost 400,000 views. So it's like, it just does it when it feels like. Angel Padilla. What's up, Dojo? What's up, GM? Hope everyone is well. It's hot. It's hot in here. But we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Glad to see you here, bro.
Whose hot dog is this?
Showing up all late like if you work today. Hole in Dan sock. Did the Egyptians steal pyramid idea from y'all? I don't know, dude. I don't know the timeline well enough to know what was. Hey, first of all, whoever stole from who, from our observable surroundings, they all stole them from the pyramids that are hidden under the ice in Antarctica. You know, the ones the government don't want us to research, right? You can be Mexicano, American, martial arts, mama. Mama, ooh. I watch one every card. It's on Amazon. Okay. Is it every Friday? Every single Friday? So I could be streaming actual events on Fridays and Saturdays? From GM to Mama? The best way to watch it is not to. Dang. So everybody watches it on Amazon, it looks like. 10 years, bro. 10 years. It's crazy, dude. It's kind of depressing, but it's crazy. Thank you, Sampire Mania. At the
Send him 2-3 years Dagestan and forget.
I'm so jealous. GM, is this a hallucination? Yes, bro. It is. I'm actually at work right now as a car salesman. In an alternate universe, I never came back. In an alternate universe, I became salesman of the month. And I'm out there wearing Dockers and penny loafers. Brian C 2018. Hey, this is crazy, dude. I have never seen a back-to-back self-inflicted like this. We got Brian C and Gurgle the Green. It was almost like premeditated. It was almost like they synced up and they said, let's do this right now at the same time. 3, 2, 1. It was like that presidential thing. You know how one of them has to like turn, they each have to have a key and turn it or something like that? Thank you very much, both of you, for the self-inflicted memberships. Thank you for joining the family. I hope you scope the membership tab. There's a bunch of stuff back there. Bloopers, original songs, music videos, mental breakdowns, Discord access. Did you ever see the picture of Connor lifting weights? Yes, I did. You've been a member like 3 different times? Heck yeah. When Connor was strength training his little Debbie. Bert, can you actually see who buys it and where they live? Are you talking about the merch? It shows me. What does it show me? There's a lot of different pages, to be honest with you. This is the kind of thing I always rely on Marilena to deal with for me. But it says there. So I'm going to say this. I could tell by the names that are in here that not only does it say their name, it says, oh, wait a minute. I think I know how this works. Or maybe I don't. It either says the names that they intentionally typed in here the way that they wanted to be seen, or it takes their YouTube names. I can't. exactly tell on here because it kind of looks inconsistent. But it shows me their name and their email. Dang, Angel barely woke up. Nah. Jessica had Angel do the rest of the chores. Wait a minute. What did Jane say? That she saw the meat rocket or what? What did you say, Jane? Dang.
Send him.
I'm not surprised.
I think I read it too fast, and I'm not gonna read it again. I'm watching the best Reddit fights right now. Uh-oh. I gotta switch back to live chat. Spring and summer, it gets litty. People start to act up. No one's streaming on Fridays. Get some subs to hype the stream and viewer count will pop off. Okay. I might be a one guy from now on. That might be my new thing. I'm going to be the one dude in the community. It's kind of stupid, like, when you think about it, all these different MMA channels popping up. It's all UFC. Like, if I just start talking about, like, yeah, there's probably like 9 people watching one. But yeah, that might be a good strategy. What? Me Rocket's like, yeah, Jane, I saw them. They're sick, bro. Sick. Like, you liked them, bro? Hole and Dan sock. I saw them, Jane. They were super sick. Smoochy boochies.
We are family.
Thank you. Hole and Dan sock
got all my
is
homies
flexing
with
his
me.
2 months. Thank you, bro. You could have bailed a month ago. Thank you. I got all my brothers with me. It's raining. Dang, 70 to 37. You know the UFC's training ICE? Oh, was it? I know that they were training what did they call it? That they were training FBI people, but I didn't know it was like ICE as well, or ICE specifically. If you made a video giving tips on how to defend against it, using which or what counter reversal, your show would blow up. New Vans posted outside. I'd have to get Flaco back in the mix, huh? What? What is that? What is that? Look Bunmi. Look Bunmi. Loma look Bunmi. As I walk away. Is Look Bunmi like a meme or what? Do not a lot of people like her? I'll be the Look Bunmi fan. Heck yeah, that'll be my thing, bro. I'll get a shirt. Ryzen Muay Thai with the 4-ounce gloves would also be a good thing to cover. I only ever see Mighty Mouse talk. How do you watch Ryzen? What's the best method of watching that? Even if there's multiple, what's like the most stable, like best, like the one they promote? I never knew that the Bare Naked Ladies was a Canadian band, but now that I think of how they sound, it makes sense. They're training Cash Patel. Dang. Loma Look Bunmi. She cool Muay Thai fighter from one that went to UFC. Oh, she's in the UFC now? Dang it. I thought she was going to be the person I could cling to in one championships. Canadians have a sound to us. What do they say? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You want a pizza? Yeah. Come to my food truck. Yeah, you like pizza? Oh, I put the pineapples on the pizza. I don't like pizza because I cook it too much, but you can have one. Wait, is that like Irish Canadian? I think it turned Irish. Canadians are the only ones who sound right, just not too far east. Aye. They say, aye, aye. That's where Ozzy Osbourne got it from when he was touring Canada. Aye. Who you got, Jim? Adesanya or Pfeiffer? I think I got to go with Pfeiffer, bro. I think Adesanya is checked out. I think he knows the future. I've never said, hey. Are you a self-loathing Canadian? I have a theory that Jane Caulfield is not Canadian, and she's on the run. That she had to flee the United States. We don't have to explore that though. I could see Jane Caulfield being from like, I think I could see Jane being from like Portland. I feel like Portland is the Canada of the United States. In a way. They have some maple syrup. Aye. They have some maple syrup, aye. I'm Canadian and an angel. You're the devil in disguise. I'm playing. I'm training. Let's see here. That I was man. Same as no. Why are you saying that? Question mark. A long, long time ago. Who knows? Not me. And I lost control. And face to face with a man who sold the world. Bartolomeo Jim, can you please clarify why you lust over Raul Rosas Jr.? Dude. You know what I like about Raul Rosas Jr.? That I actually don't. He seems kind of annoying. He seems kind of annoying. What was the conversation before? Where did that start? I'm trying to remember, Bert. What did we say? What was the joke? I mean, he keeps it tight. You know, he's got a tight little body. You know, he's a little dude. I mean, you got to respect the physique, you know. I wouldn't say lust. I mean, sometimes he may be motivating. Might want me to get in there and put some work in, you know. I'm talking about the gym, bro. Talking about getting in the garage, dude. Stop it. To face with the man who sold the world. I went clubbing in Canada before. It was pretty fun. Dang. Who was the Scranton Strangler? I've already said too much. Bro. Oh, the food truck slasher. She don't like Strangler. She's like, get it right. It's she wee wee. Hole and dance sock. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Diamonds are forever. Heck yeah. I hope that's a blood diamond. I don't want none of these man-made things. AGM, Robert Gerard, AGM, how are you? And I respectfully disagree about the dog breed. You have Robert Gerard, why are you starting this again? How are you? And I respectfully disagree about the dog breed you have doubts about. Any chance of a poll in the chat, say one for good dogs. This ain't gonna go well, Robert. One for good dogs, bad owner. Two for bad. Okay. Oh, jeez, bro. Jeez. Okay, so there was a little thing that was going on the other day where there was two different parties going on. And I wasn't going hard about it. I wasn't being aggressive. I wasn't being confrontational. I just shared the fact that personally, I don't like pit bulls. I think they're I think the whole, hey, it's the owner thing. I think that's saying, hey, get a crocodile, right? Get a crocodile. And if it attacks anyone, it's the owner. It's not the crocodile. He's a sweetheart. It was the owner. Hey, why don't you get a anaconda? Why don't you get a scorpion, right? They're literally like, I feel like, and look, I'm not trying to come at you, Robert. Love you, man. And I was showing support and empathy last time. I'm speaking in broad generalities right here. This isn't about you or toward you at all. But what people need to understand is their feelings and emotions about it don't change the fact. Like you can't impose emotion onto something and change the fact. Somebody said a long time ago, facts don't care about your feelings. I don't know who it was. But they were literally bred very blatantly and intentionally for violence. There's nothing can ever change that. They were very strategically, specifically bred for that. So you can't look at it and be like, oh, it's just like any other dog. It just has a bad rap because the owners didn't know how to blah, 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 blah. It's just like when you get an expensive sports car and you got to know how to handle it or it's going to turn out the butt and you're going to whatever. It was literally designed to be a killer. That's its nature. So it's asking too much of the owner to control. I mean, you're going to tell somebody to own a killer shark and be like, bro, the owner, he didn't have good control on it. Well, dude, it was a shark. Anyway, okay. What do you think of pit bulls? Good dogs only do bad 'cause of owner or bad, dangerous breed. All right. Cast your votes. It's a blood diamond. Some kid got it from a mine. He was covered in ash and soot. That's what I'm talking about, bro.
It burns so hard, grab the lotion.
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, dude. I don't want none of that K Jewelers. I need it from a little kid who's struggling to breathe, homie. Oh, Jessica's phone died. Oh, no. She's laughing at the conversation. Hey, Angel, was it not you and Jessica? Because, look, we've gone through different dispensations over the last decade. And I remember there was a couple. And I kind of thought it was you guys. Maybe it was another couple. We had a couple in the chat. And they had a couple pit bulls. Was it not you guys? I remember them. And we kind of started on this conversation a little bit, but we kind of just let it go. It wasn't a big deal. But was it not you guys? Can you tell chat like Wing C all the time? I feel it will grind more class to the channel. What? Can you tell chat like Wing C all the time? Can you tell chat like Wing C? What? Could you rephrase that, Meat Rocket? You should have to go through a permit process for a pit bull. Too many young girls can't hold them back and think it's cute or funny when they chase something. What? People think it's funny or cute? Pit bulls are nothing but couch hippos unless you cross a line with them. I mean, I respect people having their own opinions. I just feel like if I had a grenade on my couch, it's just a little cute little couch hippo. Till someone, all someone has to do is pull the pin, right? I feel like it's having an atom bomb on my couch until someone pushes that button. Like, I just don't want it in my house, dude. Gurgle the Green, I don't know that much, to be fair. The only emotion I have felt for Wing C is I feel bad for him, honestly. He kind of seems like he's kind of missing something upstairs, and I kind of feel like it makes me want to root for him. They're lovely pets. Oh my gosh. Dang. I got bit by a dog too, and it was definitely the owner's fault. And you know what? By the way, I don't think the whole the owner needs to be responsible and it all falls on the owner thing is a good argument. I don't think that's good enough. Like, a lot of people will fall back on that. Hey, same thing about being a parent, right? And aren't most parents worthless? And they weren't ready to be a parent, and they were just trying to have a good time or whatever, and they end up neglecting their kids, and they don't train their own children up right, and then their children become little animals, and they become iPad kids. It's like that argument doesn't work, because you have to know. Like, that's a theoretical argument. That's a hypothetical argument, because most people, unfortunately, aren't gonna be good parents. That's why so many people are messed up, because of the trickle down or the lack thereof. They didn't have good parents. They didn't have a good foundation. And then animals? We can't even get people to treat their human children the way they're supposed to. But then we're going to fall back on the argument when it's like, well, you know they're not going to do their dogs the way they're supposed to. That's in theory. It's not reality. So that's like a weak argument. Can you yell chat like Wing C does? Just refer to us as chat. Oh, I hate that. I hate when people say, chat, what do you think, chat? Okay, chat, listen to this, chat. I hate that so much. I will never do that. I hate it. Sounds like a 12-year-old. Sharks only bite when you touch their private parts. Angel Padilla. Dalmatians are the worst dog. The only dog to ever bite me twice? Hey, maybe you were on fire. Maybe they were trying to help you. That's crazy. Twice? Was it the same dog? Oh, your dad had one. Okay, then it had to be someone else then, because I remember there was this couple and they're like, we got some, we take them out for walks. And I was like, dang, tell me where you're at so I don't go over there. Yeah, Chihuahuas, yeah, they're crazy, man. But cats, I guess you won't care if you die. But like when you die, your cat will eat you. But I guess a lot of people would say, well, what do I care if I'm dead? I got date night for Chinese food. Peace out, Dojo fam. I love it. I will live vivaciously through you. Thank you very much.
'Tis but a scrap.
For spending the time that you could here. I love it. Enjoy. Heck yeah. I didn't know they had Chinese food in Canada. Yeah, there is quite a bit of victim blaming in here. 100%. Bro, that's what I'm saying. A dog is an animal. It's different. Dude, you should pay even more attention to your kids, to a human, right? So I'm saying we can't even trust people. We can't even trust parents to train their kids right. So it's gonna be even less so with the animal. This is what I'm saying. This is what people need to understand before they vote. You cannot use the argument. It's the owner. As long as it's a good owner. Oh, good. I'm glad you said that. Because now I'm definitely going to vote against the dog. Because owners are duplessis. They're unreliable. They're lazy. They can't even raise their kids right. But we're going to assume that they're going to raise these killers right? Like, you have to think about it like that logically. Or else you're going to let, like, emotion and fuzzy feelings take over. It's just not. It's not realistic. Do animals have souls, GM? You know what? I'm gonna respond this way, and I'm okay with responding this way because I've actually done a fair amount of research on this topic, and there are his theologians and people who study the faith that I have great respect for, that have had answers on both sides of this. People who have dedicated their lives and decades upon decades of research to the faith and the scriptures, who have not come to agreements. The way that I would answer that is I definitely don't think they have whatever it is that aligns us with being created in the likeness of God. Whatever you articulate that as, maybe the ability to communicate with thoughts and language and the ability to reason and just different characteristics of personality and, you know, things like that. But, you know, one of the things that, because I would like for there to be animals in heaven, and I think that the scriptures absolutely allude to that. I believe in some prophetic scriptures and in moments like the book of Revelation where we talk about a new heaven and a new earth and things being in the new Jerusalem like it was at the garden. Well, there was animals and there was no animosity between mankind and the animals. So, you know, I tend to believe something along the lines of that. I don't know if I would express it definitively as a soul, but whatever it would be that would allow them to carry on and live in eternity, I tend to believe so. And I hope so. Thank you, Leon. By the way, Legendary Gnome, everybody else, I love dogs. I love dogs, and I get irritated. Like when I'm around somebody and they're like, oh, I'm not a dog person. I'm like, oh, I'm not a you person. I love dogs. Anytime I'm around somebody or I'm at somebody's house or I'm wherever and somebody has a dog, I'm like, up. I like to play with them and pet them, and I love dogs. But a pit bull is not a dog. A pit bull was created in a laboratory to be a killing monster. And it has some resemblances and attributes of a dog. Gurgle the Green, there's something to me, honestly, that's endearing about Wing C. Because it's like when he does all the dancing and cringe stuff, it's like, it almost kind of seems like when you see like a 9-year-old kid doing it. And it just, there's something about him. I'm being honest, I feel like something's a little missing, something's a little off, and it makes me want to root for him. I feel like he's not, you know, I feel like he's not playing with the full deck of Loteria cards. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's what we aim to provide, Robert. Yeah, I do not like cats. I do not like cats. Well, pit bulls will just kill you and rip your face off. I mean, I can't even like watch a YouTube video without seeing like 18 recommended videos about how someone had their face bitten off by a pit bull or just killed, or it's crazy, man. And bad owner. I spent a lot of years as a mailman, and the owner has a lot to do with actions of the dog. If the dog's crazy, then it thinks it's the alpha. If the dog is well behaved, it has seen the chancla. Yeah, and a lot of people, I mean, both with kids and animals, they're like, well, okay, hey, listen, King, don't do that. And it's like, bro, show him the chancla, homie. That's the only way. Yeah, whenever if one of my dogs ever accidentally like licks me on the mouth or something, yeah, I'm always like, well, I had a good run. This is gonna be a murder suicide. You know, don't lick me on the mouth. How dare you, Bert? Shoot. Dang, Chris Murray. Like, I don't want to look. It gets into, you know, you are very, very close to the situation, man. Like, I don't want to. I would feel like an idiot, to be very frank with you, trying to, you know, convince somebody of my opinions when they're this close to the situation. You know, parents who've been breeding them his entire life. No aggressive ones. I mean, shoot, man. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe if your parents started some kind of organization and taught everyone else how to do it, right? We wouldn't have all these anecdotes. I don't know. I don't know, man. Yeah, they're smug, legendary gnome. Oh, he's smart? That's interesting. Maybe I don't like him then. Yeah, I mean, I feel like once only certain people should have them. Definitely too popular a breed. Very instinctual, easy to trigger. I think here's something worth considering for you guys. At least worth considering. Like, be fair. Play ball with me here. I think if there's a certain kind of breed, and we even have to acknowledge that only certain kind of people should have it, or it takes like a very intense certain kind of training or whatever. It's like, think about that. Why? It's not because it's not crazy. It's not because it's not deadly. How come only certain kind of people should have it, and it has to have like a really extensive, really specific kind of training? And why are we talking about it so much? And the training, or what kind of, like, why is there so much conversation around this breed? Like, isn't that a red flag? Jessica says all dogs go to heaven. I believe it. I believe it. Well, see, like, I mean, think about Chris, think about a golden retriever. I mean, like, it can't be any breed. It can't be any breed. I mean, I never knew until I had a golden retriever. Like, oh my gosh, you couldn't make this dog be aggressive. Oh, thank you, Ivan. I'll probably run into that then, because it's my goal to respond to every single comment on those videos, on those particular videos. And I went in last night, actually. It was like 1 a.m. or something. I was responding to a bunch of them. So I'll eventually get to yours if you were in there. Thank you, dude. I'm actually going to be, shoot, I should have probably done that already. I forgot I was going to do that. There's another one going live today, Ivan. It's going to go live right after this, bro. I hope you're able to check it out. Thank you, dude. And I might need to, dude. I might need to branch out. I might need to see what that's like. Bertolomeo, do you use forbidden techniques of the chanclas? Well, I couldn't tell you if I do, bro. You know, it's forbidden. Why would you ask me that, bro? You know I can't tell you. Oh, when you're trying to discipline your kids. Nah, not the chanclas, dude. Nah. This is Angel Padilla for Mexican martial arts. Please discipline your kids. Yeah. All right. So let's see. Dang. This you know what? The poll results, Jesse's only ever had wiener dogs and fur balls. I mean, this is very disappointing to me, to be honest. 86% of people said good dogs. It's only the owner. It's very disappointing to me. I know you don't care because, I mean, you vehemently, have your own opinion. But, dude, I think that kind of just, I mean, it shows what's most important. Just like Marvel movies are the most famous movies, the Avengers and stuff like that. Like the worst movies ever made, nothing but CGI and no real acting or storylines, just terrible AI slop. People liking and rooting for Conor McGregor and Israel Adesanya, I feel like it's kind of indicative of our society. So I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised.
It's not that. It's just, it is, when you actually see it right there in front of your face, it's like, dang, makes sense. It makes sense why I'm always seeing all these kid deaths, you know, on all these different news outlets because of these things. It makes sense. It's because people feel this way. I mean, I'm not constantly seeing people being mauled and murdered and having their faces ripped off because people are careful. I'm not constantly seeing these news reports because people don't get pit bulls. This is why. 86%. This is why. Wow. Dang. But again, it doesn't bother me, Robert. Look at a lot of the laws of our land and what people flock toward and where the power in numbers is. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. I think even if you train your pit bull well, you could still, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's shaking. It's I mean, if anything, I would think that the liberal media would like pit bulls because it would lead to population control, you know? So I don't see how that would make any sense. I mean, I grew up in a town where like the pit bull was the mascot. I tell you guys often about the little East LA type of war zone town that I grew up in. And everybody, you know, all the gangsters around the corner had a pit bull. You know, that's how it was around there. People breeding them, people selling them, people stealing them, walking around with the wife beater, the Raiders jersey with the pit bull. I remember it was like walking around with the little dinosaur. But I guess there's people like, you know, none of the people in your town train them right. I guess, dude. But, I mean, in my life experience, whenever they were walking around with any kind of other dog, it was all good. I know, shoot, I should have done this a long time ago. I know and I fully understand and I accept I fully accept that that Robert and Chris are gonna refuse now. They refuse to support me because I just went woke in this stream. But oh no! I messed up. Oh no, I messed up. Oh well. I wanted to do it as a premiere, but whatever. Here's the new UFC News to Fall Asleep to episode 2. Episode 3 next week will be about how evil pit bulls are and how they're a menace to society and how their owners are menaces to society. I gotta go be somewhere right now. Thank you very much for showing up. Thank you for spending about 3 hours with me. I will be back in some form or another mañana. Please scope it out. I would appreciate it very